Hello everybody, this is Give Your Anxiety, and I'm bringing you guys an exciting stream and video here today. This is the GUA October 2019 subscriber tournament, and this is the finals between Mitoe and Hazza. So we're going to go over the rules with these guys, and then we're going to get into game one here. So let's update the rules for everybody. First off, let me start off by saying there's a $200 prize pool. First place is getting $100. I'm going to just kind of inform these guys. Let's see. First place is getting $100. Second place gets $60, and then third place will get $40. Sorry about that. Okay, and this is the final, so this is a best of 7. And each player is only going to get one respin for the entire series. So this is best of 7. Got to use the respin wisely. And then also, how can we say this? If one player respins it, then the other player can't use their respin on that same game. I think they're aware of that. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and spin the wheel. Let's see what map we get here for game one. Game one, let's see. Alright, game one's going to be played on High Plains. I'm also joined here alongside Kaiser Klein, who's casting the finals with me.
Yeah, I have kind of bad news. I'm going to be able to cast only one game.
Okay. Well, that's fine.
You can get Cascade in here, maybe?
Yeah. Alright, so game one is going to be played on High Plains. And let's go ahead and spin that wheel for Mitoe here. Let's see what civilization Mitoe gets in game one. Alright, Mitoe getting the Dutch civilization. And as you guys know, throughout this entire tournament, it's been random civ and random map throughout all his games here. So, Mitoe randomly getting Dutch here in game one. And let's go ahead and spin the wheel for Hazza. Let's see what civilization Hazza gets here in game one. Hazza playing as the French.
Oh, that's... I mean, it's not a terrible matchup for Dutch, but on this map, with the TP line, it's going to be tough. Like, Dutch has to try something really aggressive somehow, like either in early fortress or in H2 with the 8 pikes or something. You can't just let friends sit on 5 TPs like that. Yeah,
the TP line will be a very important point here in this game. I'm just going over, I did explain the rules. I think both these players are pretty good. I said 1 respin per series, best of 7. So yeah, it should be okay. I don't expect either players to use their respin here, but we'll wait and see.
Yeah, I mean, you know, like I said, it's pretty good for France, but I don't think it's nearly bad enough for Mitoe to respin.
Right.
He's also very comfortable with Dutch overall anyway.
Yeah. Alright, waiting for Hazza to click in here. Yeah, 5 trading posts on this map, so it makes the TP line very important. If you get that stagecoach, it's a huge boost to your economy. So civs that are better at securing the map and better at getting the trading posts definitely have an advantage on this map. And here we go, guys. We are underway, getting into game one here. GUA October 2019 subscriber tournament series. This is the finals, and there is a $200 total prize pool for this tournament. First place getting $100, second place getting $60. And third place getting $40. So both these players in their finals, so they're guaranteed at least $60 here. But the winner of this series will get basically an extra $40 since they'll place first, and they get that $100 rather than the $60, and they'll have the title of first place. All right, so we have Mitoe playing as the Dutch down here, and Hazza up top playing as the French. Playing on High Plains. So, Kaiser Klein, you're saying that you think French have the slight advantage here on this map due to the trading post.
Yeah, right, because of the TP line. It's usually pretty hard for Dutch to contest the TP line. Although this is such a big TP line, it's also going to be kind of hard for France to control it completely. But yeah, either way, it's very good for France, for sure.
Yeah, I feel like
not winnable for Dutch, but you know.
Right, I feel like neither of these civs are like super known for taking like big trading posts. Like they're not, you know, the real big like 5 TP type of civs. You know, a lot of times you'll think of maybe like ports, ATP, or like Spain, or I don't know, I guess,
yeah.
right, so like some more aggressive type of civs, but you don't really think about it that much with, especially with Dutch, or you know, a whole lot with French. But
Sorry,
yeah,
I didn't hear the end of it.
oh no, I was just saying you don't really think of like these type of civs, you know, taking the 5, you know,
Yeah.
being real TP civs with, you know, multiple trading posts. But when it is the map, you know, that does have 5 trading posts, you know, you can't just give your opponent 5 trading posts. So.
Well, it's really about the matchup also. Just like France can actually afford to get a TP line in this matchup, but it can't afford to get Stagecoach in most matchups. Yeah, but Dutch being just pretty slow, not having a real anti-cav in H3 in H2. Sorry, only pikes makes it a little bit hard as well to just like go out on the map and try to deny the TPs in H2 because it's always risky. You might get caught by like a lot of cav. So yeah. It's something. Then again, France doesn't have to Stagecoach in H2. They can also just go H3 as usual. Just do some damage with the falconets, 8 skirms or something.
Yeah, treasure contention here. Cut you off. Just cut you off. Pretty big treasure contention here.
Oh wow.
And I'm okay.
Scrolling.
Oh no! Mito gets it.
Now imagine if Mito had an ATP deck. He could ship ATP right now as Dutch. That would be fun, but no one got that in deck, so well.
Mito throwing in the BM there and still getting the treasure. That's pretty funny to see. But Hazza did get the villager treasure before that, so getting the villager treasure is definitely really nice. That would have been huge if Hazza got villager treasure and that XP treasure.
Yeah, it would have. But yeah, that XP is well. I mean, it's not that huge for Dutch, I guess, but it's just always nice to get that kind of amount of experience.
Right. And both players are now on their way up to H2. We have Hazza dropping down a market here, and nobody building a trading post quite yet. So we're already seeing Hazza build a market before a trading post.
Yeah, that's. He's getting gang saw. Maybe he's gonna do some sort of crossbow pike stuff, trying to maybe surprise.
Wow, we have a trading post coming down on the natives here.
Huh. Okay, so Hazza just wants to really surprise Mito here. Mito thinking Hazza will probably go for the TP line. And then Hazza, in fact, being just really aggressive with the nets. We'll see how that goes. But it's also a trading post pretty close to Mito's base. So something like 8 pikes to defend would also mean that Mito can easily siege it down. So we'll see. That's interesting for sure.
Yeah, very interesting opening here from Hazza, bringing out the cheese here in game 1. But yeah, as you're saying, potentially could catch Mito off guard here. Mito is going with a pretty early racks here, so. Well, he does see the native post, so.
And I think he's gonna go 700 wood first. You have to go bank wagon when you start with a stable like that, but when it's a barracks, you can just 700 wood and use the wood to make pikes basically. So I'm pretty sure that's what we're gonna see from Mito. And he's gonna have an easy time getting the batch out. However, he's gonna maybe lose Bill, and I think that Bill is not gonna die. Oh, no. So now he can gather the crates. Even though he's under pressure, he can still gather some of the crates and get the pikes, but I don't know. Yeah, he's lost 1 Bill, unfortunately.
Oh, nice job, Mito, retesting TC fire to not overkill one of these one of the cav here.
Yeah, and trying to finish it with the Vil here.
Yeah, trying to optimize that TC fire. Oh, another villager goes down. That feels bad.
Oh, and a second native post as well. So he's gonna get Comanches, which aren't all that good against H2 Dutch, I guess. Well, like Mitoe can just answer to that with Skirm Pike, basically.
Yeah, making 5 pikes and then shipping 8 pikes. So, oh, and he's gonna catch. Oh, very close. I thought that was gonna be horrible for a second.
Yeah, Mitoe didn't pay attention here. Could have killed like 3 of them or something.
Yeah.
Bank might be denied here. Oh, Mitoe pulling the Vils back in time.
Another Vil goes down though, and Mitoe perhaps overreacting, sending all of his pikes to the trading post, and no pikes at home to defend here.
Yeah, because this cav is not like Hussars or something. It's actually a pretty bad cav, and it's not like Hazza is gonna take the fight. Even if Mitoe splits his pikes, Hazza is not gonna be able to take the fight. So I agree, he didn't need to send all of them there. He could have kept like 5 of them in base, and would have been enough.
Yeah, definitely. I do like this trick by Mitoe. Actually, he had 2 villagers that were kind of exposed building that bank, and the clear or like obvious choice would have been to just send those 2 villagers into the town center, but they probably would have got blocked and picked off along the way. So Mitoe actually sent those 2 villagers towards his pikes, and was able to save those 2 villagers. So nice little trick there.
Like heralding his hunt though, which is a bit annoying. But yeah, I mean, he's fine. He can also TC fire the Comanches. They die really fast to TC fire because they don't have any range resist. And they're pretty expensive units. 80 wood, 70 food is a lot. So yeah, Hazza's trying to Comanches to snipe the pikes, but in fact he's gonna lose most of them to TC fire if he does that, so he's just running away now. And Mitoe just needs to make like 5 skirms anyway, and he can contest the Comanches.
Yeah, honestly, I haven't seen these builds since like the RE days. I think I remember like an RE, people used to do these trading post type of builds, building the trading post and going for these guys.
We don't really do that all that much.
No.
It was more of a thing on vanilla because you would get more units from the native treaties, the second card that has a sent.
Yeah.
You get more, so it was more of a thing, but nowadays not so much. So Mitoe made 5 skirms and he's got 700 gold because he's on only 2 banks. So 700 gold makes sense because when you have only 2 banks, you're not getting all that much gold. And I feel like he might want to just age out of that. I mean, he doesn't need to really push out. Because something like 8 bows and Mitoe is dead here actually. But he's gonna try to get the trading post down anyway, and he's making more skirms. I feel like Mitoe could have just aged here, but
a little bit of lag here. Oh, actually, a little bit of freeze. Yeah, 8 bows potentially could be a good shipment here for Hazza. The only thing is, they would have to walk quite far to cross the map.
Yeah,
there's no forward shipment point, but yeah, it definitely is an option. But 5 more skirmishers being trained here for Mitoe. Mitoe cleaning up this other trading post here. And Minutemen call.
Yeah, alright, so Mitoe's gonna hold that, and he's got 600 wood, so he's gonna try to get more banks, I guess, because 2 banks is really not ideal.
Yeah, only 2 banks here for the Dutch. Just a pretty big military mass here. Oh, it's funny, these natives, they don't cost any population, so I just glanced up at the military unit population for the first time, and, 29 to 0 there.
Yeah, I guess you can say these units are like, it's like, what, 9 of them? So this is like 15, sort of 15 pop of units against 30. So yeah, there's no way Hazza can take that. But Hazza's trying to age, actually. And he's taking some TPs, but not really getting a full stagecoach yet. Just trying to run around and keep Mitoe busy and idle his bills and maybe kill some. And so yeah, 3rd bank is up for Mitoe.
Yeah, let's take a look at Mitoe. Looks like he's staying H2. I mean, he's a ways off from going H3. Hazza's just clicking up to H3 himself right now. But Mitoe, yeah, he's going to have an opportunity to do a lot of damage here, actually. The pikemen are moving out for the trading post.
Yeah, I just don't know why he doesn't split them.
Yes,
Like,
but still, Mito's actually going to be okay here, even without splitting them. But yeah, just losing one villager, but picking off some of these cavalry.
yeah, it's fine because Hazza is aging, but imagine if he had like some Hassas or something. It would have
Right.
been really bad, but Mito is fine indeed. He lost a veal here, but he killed almost all the cav. And in terms of eco, it's pretty even. So right now it's like military against eco. Hazza is probably gonna have more eco if he gets to control the stagecoach, which he might be able to do because he's aging before Mito. But Mito has more units because he's just got units and Hazza doesn't. However, Hazza is aging slow.
Oh, really? He is.
I don't really understand.
Yeah, and he has a shipment available already, and he had the 2 trading posts. So yeah, it's definitely kind of a questionable move here from Hazza, doing a slow age up. And Mito's actually aging up himself, doing fast age up, so he's gonna beat Hazza at age 3 here.
Yeah, so that was really good for Hazza being up earlier and being able to pressure maybe or get that stagecoach or something. But now that he's gonna be slower than Mito, it's just a bit awkward.
And there we go, Mito's in age 3, just sent a shipment himself. And Hazza's still a little ways off. He's building a stable here at home. Has almost...
And that house is gonna go down in 3 volleys here.
Oh my gosh, yeah, that's really painful. He's gonna have to buy wood. Minutemen being called here, and there are other skirmishers from the Asia, but I guess he's gonna fight it since he has the Minutemen here. Feels like it's an okay trade. I don't know.
I don't know that Mito really wants to take that. I guess he can. He just doesn't have a lot of skills to like himself. So Hazza's gonna take a pretty good trade here, I think. But yeah, Mito also shipped the bank wagon while aging. Okay, so now he's got 4 banks, which is pretty decent. And Hazza just mismacroed a little bit.
Yeah, it did look like a pretty good trade there for Hazza. Just the skirmishers from the age up and the Minutemen actually did quite a bit of damage there to Mito's army.
Yeah, so that slow age kind of paying off here.
Yeah. Hazza very smart. You know, it looked like it was obviously like the wrong decision to do the slow age up, but Hazza like optimizing it to the full ability and getting the most out of like the current situation that he was in. Like, you know, who thinks of calling Minutemen, you know, as you hit age 3? You know, like that's a weird timing that, you know, a player wouldn't typically kind of think of. But it worked out, like pairing the Minutemen with the skirmishers from the age up at the same exact time. It was a really nice pop of units.
Yeah, it was pretty good. But I still think fast stage would have been better. I mean, he could have had 8 skirms even earlier than that anyways. So, you know.
Yeah, I agree.
And Mito's got a 5th bank now from 1k wood because he was able to go 1k wood since he was up earlier. And Hazza's got a decent mass of skirms, but maybe not quite enough to push in. He's got 8 clears though. So that's the thing, I guess. Because he aged slow, he was stacking a lot of resources that he didn't want to spend. He wanted to spend them in age 3. And because he stacked all that many resources, once he was age 3, he could already make a batch of 5 clears, while also calling Minutemen and getting wood for houses and stuff. So that's still a pretty good power spike here for Hazza. I don't know how much the clears are going to be able to do in the Dutch base though, because of the pathing. Mito's probably got 9 Ritters on the way anyway, so I don't know that Hazza can really push in. But Hazza has to try to go in now, I think.
8 skirms shipped for Mito.
Oh.
And more skirms being trained here. Very little anti-cav from Mito. Minutemen were already called, so just these pikes and the Reuters. But Hazza actually getting scared off here.
Yeah, and the choke, I guess the choke is annoying because Hazza knows if he goes in with the clears, they're just gonna get up against the pikes and the Ritters and not really gonna be able to top up the skirms or anything. And just deciding to pull back a little bit here.
Yeah, Hazza losing quite a bit of units there. Like he couldn't really make a decision. He wanted to push in, but then I guess maybe he saw the chokes or army and then felt like he couldn't push in. So kind of in the process of doing nothing, he actually lost quite a few units there.
Yeah, he did kill a couple of years though, I think. Because now the eco is almost even. And Mito was ahead in eco. So he must have killed something like 5 bills in that push or something like that. So it's not nothing. But yeah, now he's behind in military. Although that career positioning is really good now. But with the pikes coming in and the envoys, I'm not sure.
These skirms are all going to drop.
This is so laggy.
Yeah, fortunately it is really laggy here. It's going to take a while to clear all these crusaders. I mean, they are going down pretty quickly. Fighting in the smoke here. Wow.
They still traded okay, kind of, but yeah. At the end of the day, Mitoe's just ahead in military. And then now there's falconets as well, so he took a fight before falconets. Imagine 2 falcons in the fight, and now he's not going to be even able to cover them. And the envoys, with the line of sight they have, which is a huge line of sight, they probably spotted the falcons.
Oh, Hazza54321 Crusaders, they were in position for a flank, now coming in late. Oh my god! That volley!
Holy shit. And now the Korea is actually gonna be a pretty good fight for somehow. That made kind of no sense whatsoever.
Exactly. That did not make much sense, but that volley alone just changed that entire fight. Wow.
That's okay. So what now then? I guess Mitoe is still barely ahead in eco, and still barely ahead in military, but France sort of has the better like late game and better units at some point. So I don't know. And Hazza still got 2 TPs. He might sneak in 1k wood. No, 5 goons. Okay, so not gonna get that stagecoach just yet. Mitoe's going for a husk switch. He's getting veteran hustles now, and he's got 12 of them. So if Hazza isn't careful, he could get cleaned up here.
Yeah, Mitoe. And there we go. Vet husks are in. 5 or 4 more vet husks are trained, and I think it's gonna be go time for Mitoe here. He's gonna go for this surprise factor with this vet husk switch, or is he gonna wait to mix in some skirms?
Well, he's building an arsenal right now, so that makes me think he's not gonna push just yet.
Yeah.
I mean, you kind of want to get at least 1 upgrade, because why would you build an arsenal before fighting if you don't upgrade? So I feel like he's just gonna get cav HP. Yeah, he's getting it right now, and then maybe he will just go and cav combat as well. He's got something on the way. I'm pretty sure, he's got 2 stables. He's just gonna spam a lot of cav and get cav combat and get the arsenal upgrade and just take a fight. And these hussars are gonna be so strong with cav combat and the upgrade.
Yeah, so not feeling the he is actually moving out as we're saying this. Maybe trying to time the upgrades to arrive just as the fight begins here. He doesn't want to delay this for too long.
Gonna be spotted by the TP though.
Yeah,
so now Hazza knows what's up, and that's kind of a weird push from Mitoe here. Just running in the goons and cav.
Cav combat in for Mitoe here.
Oh, Mitoe doesn't have any infantry, so yeah, he's going for cav combat. But yeah, that was not so great of a trade for Mitoe, I think, but not terrible either. Also, on a different topic, imagine if Hazza got the HP upgrade in the Comanche settlement. He would have 10% more HP and all his stuff before he lost his post, because that's actually a 10% HP upgrade on all your cav, which is really cheap and really good.
Yeah, that's a good point to remember about that upgrade there. Yeah, especially with French, right, with the Crusaders and getting goons, that's huge.
Yeah, but he didn't. Anyway. Mitoe could have gone for it himself instead of an arsenal, actually, because it's actually cheaper than the arsenal HP, and it's also better because it works on all cav, including reuters. So Mitoe has invested more resources to get only 10% HP on his hussars instead of investing less resources to also upgrade his reuters. So a bit of a mistake, maybe.
Yeah.
But not a huge deal, I guess.
Yeah, it's a good point to, something to work into your plays. Obviously, the native post, doesn't come into play very often in the majority of AoE 3 games, but yeah, there can be some unique upgrades in these native posts that can be really beneficial for your army. Like you're saying, that's a good one to try to remember.
Yeah, it's really, really good. I mean, 150 food, 150 gold. It's really nothing. And the building itself is cheaper than the arsenal too, the trading post. But what about now then? Hazza switching to pure Skirm Goon. After going heavy on Skirm Queer, he decided to adapt to what Mito's got, stop the Queers because Mito is obviously going very heavy on the Hussars and Reiters, and just go for the good old Skirm Goon and try to control the TP line. And Mito knows he's got to do something about this TP line, so he's going to go in now.
Oh, Skirmishers potentially being out of position here. Hussars trying to get a surround.
That's a great surround for Mito here. He's going to kill all the Skirms really quickly. And then, I think Hazza's just got a bad unit composition. He still needs some Queers to block here.
Yeah, great positioning and start to the fight here from Mito. More Hussars coming in here.
Yeah, and then when the Skirms are dead, Hazza has really nothing to fight Mito's Skirms. Hazza did get calf combat just as the fight was starting, but still. And now Mito's got infantry combat, so Hazza can't really kill the Skirms. I don't know what he's trying to do with his guns right now, honestly. He's trying to go defend the raid. Oh, yeah, that's a huge raid. Probably GG, actually. Because Mito is now snaring all the goons to make sure they can't go defend, and Hazza is just running his wheels away from the dragoons, trying to build a tower. But yeah, that's looking really, really tough for Hazza here. Although in the back of that, he's still got 5 TP Stagecoach, and we need to keep that in mind.
Yeah, some very good play from both these players here, using those Reuters as snare, as you're saying, just to slow down the goons so they couldn't catch up to these Hussars. And then the positioning from Mito to kind of pick off those goons as he knew he was going to send the goons to try to save the villagers here. Very good play from
Oh, that second tower. 1k 983 HP out of 2k. Not going up. Unfortunate. So what can Hazza still ship? I guess he's got 7 Skirms. He's still shipping the tower here to help him fight, but it looks... Oh, that Queer!
Cursor onto the Skirmishers here.
Hazza's winning this fight. Like, Hazza's clearly winning this fight. He's gonna snipe the house with his guns, and then he's got Queers. But there's more Huss on the way, so never mind. Yeah, that's probably GG now.
Yeah, look at the Eco Pop actually. It is the 5 TP Stagecoach, but yeah, how many villas did Hazza lose here? Hazza calling the GG. 25 French villagers have been lost in the game. Wow.
Yeah, that was a pretty good game. I just wish Hazza played more standard because that native stuff didn't really work, you know?
Right, yeah.
I wonder how it would have gone if he just went for something a little bit more standard.
Yeah, I agree. Definitely pulling out the unorthodox strategies and the cheese in game 1, but man, it really came down to that last fight. Hazza's skirmishers just got caught so badly. They're completely surrounded by Mito's Hussars. There were just so many Hussars that Hazza was looking like in a really good spot before that fight began with 5 TP Stagecoach and, you know, pretty decent army, but that positioning was just awful there for Hazza, unfortunately.
Yeah, and also already having no QEs, anything to block, like even Halbs, or I don't know, like any kind of unit that can tank and block the Hussars. Like Skirmgoon simply does not beat Skirm Huss or that kind of stuff. Like you need something to block. So that was a little bit sloppy, yeah. And also note how Mito instantly, as soon as he noticed he was winning the fight, he didn't waste any time and instantly sent all his Hussars on the right. And that was a really good move as well, just raiding Hazza where all his eco was and forcing all the goons to try to go defend that, and while they are getting shot by the skirms and the Reuters, and just killing a bunch of CDVs and GG. So pretty well played at the end by Mito there for sure. Even though he had a little bit of a sloppy start, losing a bit too many villas, if you remember.
Yeah.
But, yeah. So yeah, I'm gonna have to go.
Okay.
Thanks for having me. Sorry I can't cast the whole series, and see you.
Yeah, that's fine. Yep, thanks for casting the solo game.
Yep.
Alright, man. Catch you later.
Yep, see you.
All right, so game 1 going to Mitoe here in this best of 7. Kaiser Klein, fortunately, only able to stick around cast 1 game, but grateful to for him being able to cast the 1 game. All right, nice. And looks like we're gonna have the Cascade step in and take over co-casting and cast the rest of the series here with me. Alright, so we're going to have Cascade join in any second here. Let's go ahead and see what map we get here for game 2.
Hey there.
Hey, what's up, Cascade?
Yeah, not much.
Alright, so this...
Just watching a really good game.
Yeah, it was good. Pretty back and forth game there. Some unorthodox play coming out from Hazza to begin with. Alright, so this is a best of 7. Game 1 went to Mitoe, and game 2 we're going to be playing on Tibet. Okay, let's spin that wheel and see what civilization Mitoe gets here in game 2. Alright, Mitoe getting the Iroquois. And we're going to go ahead and spin that wheel for Hazza. Let's see what civilization Hazza gets here in game 2. Hazza getting the French civilization once again.
That's a bit unfortunate for Hazza, I think.
Yeah, you're perhaps pretty good civ here. I think your sound might be a little bit low.
Oh.
A little bit lower than me. I don't know if you can adjust it.
Raise me on Discord, or you can raise me on the volume mixer for the stream.
Let's see. How's it sound, chat? What do you guys think? Is the Cascade a little bit lower?
Yeah, let's make some test.
Yeah, I'm gonna raise you up a little bit. I think this should probably be better.
Yeah.
Cascade low. Yep. All right, I just raised it up a little bit. So, all right, these players clicking in. So here we go. We're getting into game 2 here. This is GUA October 2019 subscriber tournament. This is the finals here between Mitoe and Hazza. This is a best of 7. Game 2 being played on Tibet. Mitoe playing as the Iroquois civilization and Hazza playing as the French. Mitoe taking game 1, so he's currently up 1-0 here. Kaiser co-casted game 1 with me, and he had to head out and now have the Cascade. Probably saying that somewhat incorrectly, but for an American, I think that's... What's that?
It's still much better than interjection, for example.
Right. So I'll take that. I'm happy with that. All right.
That's all right.
How do you say it actually?
Le Cascade is totally fine.
Okay. Sounds good.
Yeah.
All right. So yeah, what are your thoughts here? We're playing on Tibet. Pretty unorthodox map. Hunt's gonna be pretty forward here. And we got Euro versus French.
Talking about that, just checking the map to check if everything is correct for both players. Because sometimes there are a bit of issues with this spawn.
Yeah, definitely a good point to bring up here. Go ahead, take a look at the map. I'll just cast. Meanwhile, I'll let you confirm it. Mitoe going for a 90 wood here. If it's let's see. I mean, if it's really bad, we'll restart it. If it's
It's like has a good 2 back hunts and Mitoe got only 1, but they still have 2 or 3 hunts that they can hurt before. So I think it is decent. And in terms of gold mines are fair, I think.
Yeah.
I think it's the point.
Let's see.
What do you think?
I mean, it's not the best for Mitoe, but
Honestly, I've seen worse on this map.
yeah, I think we'll roll with it. What do you think? Just play it?
I think so, yeah.
Yeah, we'll go ahead and just play it. It's not yeah, it's okay.
Yeah.
All right. So, and anyways, Mitoe did get a 90 wood treasure there, so I think he's pretty happy with that. He might, even if he realizes he's like maybe slightly worse hunts, he probably wouldn't even want to restart since he's got a pretty nice opening there, and being able to build a farm with the Iroquois civilization and put his Zax onto that farm.
Yeah, that's a very good point. Something you can do on this map.
Yeah. So yeah, going back, we were talking about this matchup. How do you feel about this?
I think overall Hero is just a better version of France. Same kind of play style, kind of FF or semi-FF, but Hero just got better units in Fortress. Although one of the advantage France has is having access to falconets in history, which is something you really have to get a good trade with them, because otherwise it's going to be really hard to kill Hero's infantry, and their musket riders are also very good.
Yeah, Euro's been seeming very strong lately, as I think a lot of the AoE3 community's been seeing in the recent streams and the recent War Chief tournament has perhaps been bringing it to light more so that yeah, Euro seems like a very strong civilization currently, and yeah, so we'll have
I
to.
think the tournament format just favors Hero because it's probably the War Chief civ.
Right.
And there are only TP maps on this format, so it's kind of hard for Aztecs to shine, for example.
Yeah, Aztec's definitely one of the least played civs in AoE3. They've always been a very underplayed civilization. Oh wow, and we're seeing Hazza once again going for the trading post.
Yeah, and he's aging 13 actually, so gonna be up before Hero got here.
So Hazza, what is he doing these games? He's pulling out some more interesting tactics.
Rat and Shield.
Yes.
Okay, it's interesting.
Does he know something that we don't?
He's doing the trick of just waiting to age up so he can finish the TP, so Mitoe doesn't get the information right away.
Oh, very nice. Yeah. Wow, look at that. It was like one HP away from being finished and yeah, stopping it, and then boom.
Yeah, there you go. So you can queue units instantly, and yeah, I don't think you would be able to deny Hero Warhogs, but might not realize what's going on.
Oh yeah. Ah, it is quite laggy. Another little lag spike there. Let's go ahead and take a look. Text completed. Oh, Mitoe did research Great Feast. What does that one even do? Was that from the farm?
Oh yeah, it's the upgrade from the farm. It gives you a bonus on your hunts also.
Okay. And it looks like Mitoe has a defensive war hut going down. He did the slow age up, so he gets the resources from aging and Trevial. And Rand Shield's already on top of this, actually. Wow, they're sieging it right away. Oh, 5 Tomahawks. That's a big button there.
Yeah, that's 3 mana. So he's gonna target the Explorer, but I don't think it's gonna go down. Or could be actually. But he's gonna lose a lot of radars.
Yeah, the war hut does get up. Hero War Chief does go down there, as the French Explorer also going down. But Mitoe ultimately saving that war hut with the big button there, so that was pretty big.
Following that with 5 years.
Yeah, so the Rand Shields, these guys cost 50 food, 60 wood. They take up 0 population, as they're a unit trained from the native post. And they're moving in on these Tomahawks right now. Didn't want to commit here.
Probably take that, but
Yeah.
I'm not sure because Tomahawks are very good in melee, and Rat and Shield got range resists. So they could die quite fast to tomahawks.
And we have a forward barracks from Hazza come down here in the middle of the map, continuing to train these Ran shields here. But more tomahawks on the field, 600 wood coming in from Mitoe here.
So this might be rat and shield crossbows or musketeers, but judging his macro, it's gonna probably be crossbows here.
Yeah, so let's see how the hunt situation. Mitoe's still pretty good. He's got lots of resources underneath his town center. He's building up quite a massive tomahawks here. And now even adding a stable.
Also.
Yeah, and the yaks, yeah, that would be really big. And wow, they are already like fattened.
Yeah.
Jesus.
He's got a really good timing right now. Just shipped 600 wood and gathering from the yaks. So he's gonna get really good batches of Kanye and perhaps tomahawks or mixing hyenas. Perhaps hyenas would be the right call here.
Yeah, man, that's crazy. Those yaks getting up to 400 food already before like the 7-minute mark, and man, being able to eat those this early, it's really gonna give your eco a big boost.
Nice one from Mario, splitting 5 of his reinforcing tomahawks to just deny any potential raids.
Yeah, has started to siege down that trading post, trying to have Mitoe bring all of his tomahawks to defend it. But yeah, as you said, Mitoe left some there behind, defending the raids.
And he's got more yaks fattened, realizing it instantly. So 74 Kanye, probably gonna get a batch of Kanye also. Let's check units in queue. Yeah, he's got 2 Kanye in queue. Oh, we're gonna catch these resin shields too. So gonna probably kill 2. No, only 1.
Yeah, I'm not sure how this Ran shield build is for Hazza, how it's going for him.
I think if these 2 armies connect, it's gonna be pretty good for Mitoe. Just because Rat and Shield don't really counter Cav.
Yeah.
Although he's got 5 musketeers.
Yeah, the muskets are here. Where is the... Oh, Eero War Chief is down, actually. Hazza pushing this, but more Kanye coming, and I don't think there's enough anti-cav here for Hazza.
Yeah, I don't think so either. You could put Rat and Shield in cover mode, but...
And we do have some more muskets joining the army here for Hazza, so Hazza actually going to be okay. Mitoe not able to fully push in, and these trees here too also, cause some difficulty with the pathing, so probably helping Hazza out there quite a bit. As it looked like that could have been scary if all those Kanyes were able to get on top of those crossbowmen.
I would like to see Mitoe going for a raid, perhaps. Just with like 2 Kanye, because obviously France is going full infantry right now. But we're gonna get a decisive fight probably over here.
Yeah, 7 bows being shipped here. Kanye trying to get on top of the crossbowmen here.
Pretty good micro from Hazza so far, sniping the 2 Cav and tomahawks.
Yeah, this is a lot of military here from the Eero. Oh, now the musket's kind of getting out of position here a little bit. Hazza upset. So looks like we got a little bit of lag here. Not sure why. Hazza trying to retreat. 2 Kanyes left, snaring the crossbowmen. And just a batch of 2 muskets only here.
Yeah, I think he missed his batch because of lag. Whereas he had the resources.
Oh, yeah, it never feels good if you miss a batch when you got the resources for it. Adding in a stable now at home. Back at home.
Just send 600 wood to couple that. So Mitoe is queuing more units right now. Perhaps gonna try to break this forward barracks location, but you could also have the opportunity to age up here.
Yeah, Hazza trying to add another barracks here. 6 tomahawk shipped from Mitoe, so Mitoe's going with the aggression here. And yeah, Hazza's military just not enough right now. He's not going to be able to... Oh, crossbows being trained here. He's going to try to hold down this position.
Yeah, he's calling Minutemen too, but...
Yeah, calling Minutemen, pulling everything out, but will it be enough here?
Oh, one big thing is Mitoe used the fire pit to revive his hero, so He's got a 750 HP unit also in this fight.
Yeah, so it's always very big. 3 Hussars were shipped here, so perhaps has it. Oh, and Kanye catching those crossbowmen that were exposed. 4 Hussars being trained here.
That could be something. You get really good value out of these 3 Huss shipments so far.
Yeah.
He's also got Minutemen, so that's kind of has his window right now.
As they're trying to hold on here. And there's not a whole, well, there are still quite a bit of Tomahawks here, but yeah, there's that six or so Hussars here, and it's going to cause Mitoe to retreat here. Yeah. Mitoe doesn't want to overcommit.
Get a crack shot from the Explorer inside this infantry would kill 6 Minutemen.
Yeah, crack shot would be huge, right, with all those 1 HP Minutemen and low HP crossbowmen. But Mitoe ultimately just retreating here, and let's go ahead and take a look. Well, yeah, it is very back and forth here. Take a look at the ecos. Looks like ecos are pretty similar here, and Hazza getting some nice batches out here. And look at his Hussar count; it's actually growing quite large.
Yeah, and he's got a shipment on the way, so could be coins great maybe, and get more units, or it could be also kill HP and try to push. Didn't check his deck.
Hussars going for a raid here. They may get caught by the Kanye, though, as there's a decent number of Kanye horsemen also.
Yeah.
Military population's pretty even here. Big engage here. Not a whole lot of Tomahawks, though, and that's a decent amount of Hussars here.
Yeah, and they are in the back, not already going in midi.
Yeah, good positioning for Hazza here, not the best for Mitoe.
Yeah, good positioning, but Mitoe managed to clean all these cavalry.
Yeah, those cav did still go down quite quickly there.
Yeah, just gonna lose to Kanye though. But these INAs are so good at killing musketeers.
Yeah, that is very true here. And yeah, Hazza losing his entire Hussar mass there. Hazza his Explorer back out. Looks like, did he just buy his Explorer? I think he did. Actually gonna go build the trading post.
So I think he's doing that because he's got the native treaty card in deck, so he would get a lot of natives out of this card, which could be something he needs right now. Yeah,
so trying to scrap together as many units as he can. Did he get a batch of 5 Hussars out here?
Yeah, and here is shipping the infantry upgrade. So his units are gonna get better and better, and that's the time where France starts to struggle in H2.
Yeah, you know, mixing that upgrade card's definitely nice, especially when you have like the Era War Chief with your army giving the boost, and just you know the ability to use that crack shot.
I think this location is gonna be a source of conflict at some point. Both players want to gather over here. There's still this hunt for Hazza, so he's gonna be fine for the time being. But
yeah, Mitoe moving out, trying to secure some hunt here, and he still has some hunt back in the behind his base here. Does have a single Hussar raid, that's gonna be pretty annoying. And this warhead, it does get up just in time.
Yeah, native treaty coming in. Oh, so he's getting chakrams. Is that the correct word for these units?
I'm not sure. From the native treaties or what?
Yeah, because he's got an Udasi tampon, or whatever it's called. It's the French name. Sorry about that. But yeah, we got a really good fight. Nice use of the cavalry from Hazza, just going in and out, not taking any immediate damage, but just tanking damages.
And even the French villagers getting in here, firing away, and tanking some shots here. Oh, okay.
Reinforcements just be just enough for Hazza. Yeah, he's completely cleaning up here. 5 more Tomahawks during the battle though. But rather than snaring, quite a good unit to tank damages in range. Yeah, Hazza got that.
Yeah, Hazza took this fight pretty convincingly, and all of a sudden Mitoe, you know, he's just not on hunt. He had all of his villagers dancing there too with the attack dance, but Hazza just had the superior military, and it's looking really good for Hazza.
Yeah, that's pretty impressive fight from Hazza. I thought Iroquois units would just be so much better with the upgrades and the fire pit, but yeah, and that's the GG.
Yeah, and there we go. Mito calls GG. Game 2 goes to Hazza here, so they tied up. Pretty well fought game here. Another game featuring earlier natives from Hazza.
Yeah, that's really interesting.
Yeah. I wonder if he thinks it's like, I don't know, if you try and catch Mito off guard, if he thinks it's like the most optimal thing to do, or if he's just like having a little bit of fun. Like, I'm curious to what's
Yeah.
like, you know, would he do this in like a big tournament? You know, it's interesting. All right, look at some post game stats here. Wow, Hazard's really out gathering.
Out gathering. Wow, it's okay. So we can see around 7 minutes is when Mito get his Yak's pattern. But then yeah, it's really one-sided economy. I guess that was also the walking time and the fact that Mito lost a lot of veers during this fight at the Wahad.
Yeah, it's kind of strange. I guess, yeah, the aggression was on, Mito for the most part. Alright, well, we're going to back out of this one and get into game 3 here. And, so yeah, I did adjust Cascade, a couple times there. How's it been sounding for that game 2 there? Do I need to turn Cascade up more, or what do you guys think?
So Bramboy was saying that there is some weird background sound, like a kettle.
There is. Here, I'll try to listen back for a second. Maybe it might have been my heaters. I don't know if my heaters turned down for a little bit. Maybe it might have been my heaters. I don't know if my heaters turned down for a little bit.
Yeah, it's weird.
I think it sounds okay. I just unmuted it for a second. What do you? I don't know if you can take a listen.
Alright, let me double check that.
Yeah, just let me know in chat, guys. Let me know how it sounds. If there's any issues with the sound, if I need to turn one of us up or down, or if there's any like background noise or anything like that.
Yeah, this one's totally fine for me.
Okay. Yeah. Cool.
Right, so it's already game number 3.
Yep, so we're hopping in game 3. Let's go ahead and see what map we get here in game 3. Let me spin the wheel for the map.
So using all the maps available in the ESOC database, right?
Right, although just when you click on like the ESOC maps from, ESO-community.net, I'm using all the maps that are there.
Oh, cool. At least it brings diversity, because, yeah, even I just play on ESOC standard maps and, never get some maps like Tibet.
Right, exactly. Alright, so game 3 is going to be played on Colorado, and we're going to go ahead and spin the wheel for Mito. Let's see what civilization Mito gets here in game 3. Alright, Mito getting the French. This time French going to Mito.
Good reverse. So we saw French 3 times.
Yeah.
3 speed. That's pretty good.
Alright, let's spin the wheel for Hazza. See what civilization Hazza's getting here in game 3. Hazza getting the Sioux civilization. Hazza saying he's passed the torch to Mito for the French. Alright, pretty interesting one here. French versus Sioux on Colorado. I'm just going to remind both players get 1 respin per series. All right, so let's see if these players want to click into this matchup or if either one of them want to use a respin. But you only get one of them, so you definitely want to use it. Be cautious with it. Don't use it if you don't really need to, because you don't want to be in a situation where you get like Ottoman on a no TP map or Germany or something that might not be very ideal. So if you don't really have to use it, you probably want to save it. And the series is tied right now, so.
Yep, totally right. But it seems like Hazza is fine going for that, and I guess Mitoe should be quite happy playing for France, which is one of his main saves.
Yeah. Yep, I think it's a smart move. Both players just clicking into this, saving their respin. Alright, waiting for Mitoe. Perhaps he's thinking, does he want to use his respin? Or thinking what strategy to go for here. So one thing that we could talk about, and I'm not really seeing anybody in the chat say much about the sound, so I think we're pretty good. You might be a little bit lower than me, but I think it's good. I don't know. I'm not seeing anybody really say anything.
Alright.
Yeah, so anyways, like I was saying, one thing with this map, there are a lot of treasures on this map, and a lot of really good treasures, so I do think Sioux, can benefit from that quite a bit with a really fast explorer. And, being able to convert the treasure gardens and, just race across the map here, try to get them good treasures.
Yeah, there's often 95 wood, 150 coin, 110 wood sometimes, nude cash, and stuff like this. Yeah, definitely a good map this year.
Yeah.
It's a bit hard to raid because of the cliffs and the TP route.
Yeah, that's very true. Alright guys, getting into game 3 here. This is a best of 7 for the finals of GUA October 2019 Subscriber Tournament Series here. And best of 7, currently tied 1-1. Hazza playing as a Sioux, Mitoe playing as the French, and we're playing on Colorado here.
Yeah, score is currently 1-1, so not a one-sided series at all so far.
So Will, it has the saying, he's passed the torch to Mitoe as Hazza got French in the first 2 games. Mitoe now getting the French. Will he carry the torch and go for the native trading post? Or will he pull out the Hazza moves? Or we'll have to see. Hazza, pull out. Ooh, big treasure convert very quickly. Jesus, the game just started and the Sioux Explorer is already out across the map.
That's when you're happy having a Nat Scout as France, so you can, just see that.
Yeah, a big treasure contention, and it is quite. He does get it. Hazza gets 110 wood, very close to Mitoe's base, so he's got to feel really good about that. Yeah, that was a really risky treasure to go for, as you're saying, because French, they start with 2 explorers. They have the regular explorer and the native that can scout for them. So you gotta assume that Mitoe's probably gonna see that treasure very early, and there's just a small window for Hazza to get that treasure without being contested.
Yeah, totally.
Yeah, but Hazza able to pick it up, and man, I swear, the game started, I blinked, and Hazza's explorer was across the map.
Already. Yeah, I know.
Jesus, and that is huge.
These to pick, and both players already scouted that.
Yeah, 150 coin, definitely a big treasure there. Pretty close to Hazza's home, so that's very nice.
Yeah, but I think there's just no way for France to start taking that. It would take too much time, and your hero can just cross the map in 20 seconds or something.
Right. And the clubman over here being guarded by 3 wolves, another pretty big treasure there. Can help, get some aggression and help with the Age 1 fighting. And it looks like Mitoe is going to start this. Let's see. Is Hazza doing a good job of keeping eyes on it? Is he going to race across the map? Ooh, he's just starting to convert himself.
Yeah, he's going to take Renegado. Gonna go for it now, I think. Yeah, he's on the way, and you can be sure he's gonna be in time.
Yeah.
Might have got probably crack shots.
It's going to be close. Mitoe did kind of delay. He wasn't attacking for a little bit, perhaps focusing somewhere else. Those shoot. If he is going to get it, though. There you go, the crack shot. Very nice.
Just waiting the last second to crack shot, so...
And that is a big one. 150 coin. So, Hazza... Probably a little bit upset there. He saw the 150 coin treasure and decided to be a little bit risky and go across the map, look for other treasures. Like you gotta assume like the whole time he was keeping an eye on that, and he knew he didn't want to give that treasure up for free. But he didn't expect Mitoe to go full aggressive and go for that treasure. But that's gotta feel bad knowing that like, oh man, you just let the French get that treasure, 150 coin really close to your base.
So Hazza was using his hero to portray the Renegado and look for the French explorer, I think, but couldn't find it.
Very nice trick to use there. Both players on their way up to H2 here.
Yeah. Hazza dropping a few TPs in his base.
Yeah,
we do scouting the left side of the map.
Yeah, we have hunting dogs and placer mines, not placer mines, hunting dogs and gang saw in for Mitoe. Oh yeah, 2 forward villagers. And Mitoe did see that if he was keeping eyes on his native, they did walk right past the invisible native. So if Mitoe was paying attention, he did see these 2 villagers crossing the map. And Mitoe picking up another native.
We're probably gonna see contention here.
Ooh, this is gonna be a steal. Very nice.
That's a sleeping base here.
Yeah. And yeah, so we have a forward war hut from Hazza here.
Yeah, very like this decision, honestly.
You said you do like the decision, or?
Yeah, I do, because it's a map where you have your second hunt, and then the third one is really difficult to get hunt TC, so it kind of rewards aggressive plays. Furthermore, having a building like that in the middle of the map just completely force your opponent to either go raid over here or from the bottom.
Hey Cascade, you know what? Your mom just called me. She said you haven't done your homework yet. Okay, somebody out.
Stomp with the guest appearance. Ooh, there's a sharp shot on the Renegado. Yeah, Stomp's he can be a pretty funny guy, honestly. Like he cast. Was that you? I don't know if that was. No, I'm not sure if that was you and Stomp casting. My tournament series. Was that you and Stomp? Me versus Dictator.
I think so. Yeah.
Yeah.
I guess the series with Stomp was quite funny.
Yeah, he can be pretty funny. He can be a little bit of a troll, but yeah, he actually brings some humor to the AoE theory commentary, so it can be quite entertaining at times.
Yeah. But back in the game, Mitoe going for CDBs first. And his Rax is a bit exposed though, which could be a problem perhaps at some point. But gonna start with 5 pikes.
Yeah, Mitoe's barracks, it is a little bit out there, kind of making some natural walls. The trees were there, so he couldn't really put it. Maybe he wanted to put it a little bit closer, but the trees are kind of blocking. And wow, this actually, the second barracks is a little bit more out there. But at the same time, he's building it kind of on top of these hunts. So, he wants to lock down this hunt. And if you build your military buildings right on the hunts, you potentially get like big unit pops right as fights are going on. Oh, those, here we go. Crossbowmen getting caught by the axe riders.
Yeah.
And I don't know if you noticed, Hazza had all of his scene bows were about to fire away at the French villager, but then he canceled it just before they shot. I don't think it would have been enough to one-hit the villager, but still would have took that villager really low health and accidentally kind of canceled it perhaps right before they shot. Instead, they got that long wind up.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and that's a scary push to be honest.
Yeah, this is a scary push here. Big batch of crossbowmen.
He's gonna use all his spikes, and then and then the Cav can just completely wreck these crossbowmen.
Yeah.
There won't be any pike spotting from
There's a Min pop. Mitoe trying to position himself as much as he can in between these 2 barracks, but Axe Rider's now getting on top of the crossbowmen. Even some clubs joining in here. Minutemen are getting a pretty good worth here, though. Pretty good value.
Yeah, and on the other hand, Hazza lost his entire mass of civilian bows.
Three more Axe Riders coming in here.
It's actually one of the best trade Mitoe could hope for in this situation, I feel.
Yeah, definitely looking pretty scary there for Mitoe, but using his crossbowmen and pathing, positioning to the best that he can, and 8 crossbows being shipped here.
Yeah, so he's gonna hold that with his spear or eco, obviously.
Yeah, so I think Mitoe's got to be feeling pretty good there, especially for how that was looking there for a little bit.
Might have been a bit of overcome it from Hazza, finding the Minutemen a bit too long, the TC Fire, and obviously CDBs also. So he's gonna go back again in. He's got 2 Dog Soldiers, and there's still no anti-cav on the field for Mitoe.
Yeah.
The Minutemen.
Oh, there are the pikes now. And Mitoe villager punching with his villagers. 700 coin coming in. Looks like Mitoe's going to ultimately hold this. And that 700 coin coming in could potentially, as actually just calling it. Seeing that the rush didn't work out, and seeing the 700, Mitoe's thinking maybe it's not over, but yeah, let's look at this. Mitoe's saying it's not.
Over.
Yeah.
I think he saw the coin and thought that Mitoe was really close to age, and then in this way it would have been over. But
look at Mitoe's deck.
Oh, he's got no more.
Oh, jeez.
Traits to send. What is this deck? Industrial?
That's a strange one.
That's a really good one.
Oh man. Yeah, so let's look at this game. Hazza tapping out early here. I mean, let's see. Mitoe is up. Eco. He did hold this push. He's even up military now.
Yeah.
I mean, I think it does look good for Mitoe. He could potentially age with the 700 wood, or just continue the H2. Maybe better is continue H2. I don't know. I guess Hazza felt like he was just all in with this, and it didn't do what he wanted here.
I guess so, yeah.
Yep. Either way, Mitoe picking up game 3 here. So Mitoe's up 2-1 in this best of 7 here.
I'm actually thinking 24 pikes is obviously bad, but versus Sioux, why not? If you get the veteran tech, it's still 24 anti-cav units.
Oh, was that a card that he had in his deck, or?
Yeah.
Oh my god.
I'm trying to justify it somehow.
Right. Oh, that's hilarious.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think Hazza getting pretty triggered with the pathing there, and the choke points that Mitoe used.
I think Hazza should have cleaned Mitoe's army harder than what he had, and then snowball from there.
Yeah, those engages didn't go great for Hazza. Alright, so this is game 4, and it is going to be on parallel rivers. Mitoe up 2-1 currently. Yep, game 4. So let's go ahead and spin the wheel for Mitoe. Let's see what civilization Mitoe gets here in game 4. Alright, Mitoe getting the Aztec civilization.
Interesting.
Yep, definitely a civ you don't see too often.
Does Mitoe play Aztecs though?
Yeah, I did not know about that one. Alright, spinning the wheel for Hazza. Hazza getting the French civilization.
Again? That's crazy.
Man, what are the odds of these things? Alright, so French is really loving Hazza tonight.
Boring. Well, France has takes on no TP, and especially on this map. I'd say Aztec should be favored here.
Yes, it has a. Yeah, so we'll see if Mitoe is saying, Mitoe not happy with it. Let's see if he uses his respin. I'm not going to say it again. I don't want to, like, you know, they know the rules. I mentioned it before the previous game. So we'll have to see if Mitoe decides to use a respin here or not, or if he is going to save it.
Oh. So he kicked me and then re-invited me. So Hazza seems to be fine playing that.
Well, yep. Yeah, I don't think Haz is going to be too upset with this. We'll see if Mitoe decides to use his respin, or if he's going to click into this here. Looks like Mitoe is perhaps thinking long and hard here.
Yep, pulling a Raphael.
Yeah. Alright, Mitoe clicks in, so we're into game 4. Game 4 here. Mitoe currently up 2-1 in this best of 7. Game 4 being played on parallel rivers. Mitoe playing as the Aztec civilization and Hazza playing as the French here. And as you said, Cascade, this is a no TP map, so Aztec, they're not going to be able to build trading posts. They won't be able to get those units, those shipments flooding in extremely quickly without that trading post. So we'll have to see what Mitoe's going to be go for here playing as the Aztec.
Yeah. Another thing rewarding aggressive plays on this map is obviously the map being quite low resources. As French, you only get 1 gold mine in your base, and it's also a bit forward, so not exactly what you want.
And it looks like we do have, I was going to say, is this a gold start or? Let's see.
Yep, he is.
But Mitoe didn't start with any gold though.
Yeah, one good thing for France is that you can send your native scout across the map and get a lot of goats this way.
Or I'm sorry, Hazza. Wait. Oh, I'm looking at the wrong. Okay, never mind. This was the gold start, right? Yeah. Looking at the wrong names here. Yeah, so there are lots of goats on this map. As you said, you know, French have the explorer and their native scout. So he's collecting all these goats here. Meanwhile, Mitoe.
Get 12 goats, that would be quite huge.
Yeah, that would be. Mitoe, just going for a 40 XP charge right here, and already dancing with his warrior priest. Mitoe deciding to build a market here in age 1. Both players with the market, and going for that hunting dogs.
It's interesting. There's also this big treasure that Mitoe could go for.
Yeah, 90 wood, definitely a nice one there.
And he already spotted it, so I guess he's just waiting for his convert here.
Oof, look at this native. How many goats is he bringing back here? Was that 6?
It's a goat keeper.
Jeez. And then the explorer bringing back 3, so yeah, that's pretty big there.
Yeah. You might be thinking Mitoe got 3, but they're actually hiding a bit on the side, sometimes happen.
Yeah, getting 90 wood treasure is really nice though for Mitoe, but yeah, losing the goat war pretty heavily.
Yeah, so 9 goats. With 12 goats, I would definitely go for a livestock pen. With 9, probably 2, because this map is quite low food, so it's just something you could use at some point.
Yeah, it's definitely an option. You don't always see, you know, livestock pens extremely often in age 1 purge 3, but as Cascade's saying, if you do get a lot of herd wolves in age 1 or early on in the game, it can sometimes be worth it to throw in that livestock pen and get these guys fanned up really quickly. So you get that huge, boost to your economy. It will slow you down initially, in early like age 2, but it can really pay off if you get quite a lot of them.
Mitoe is a bit low on food, although he's got 3 vehicles queued at this point, so he might just cancel 1 or 2. And Hazza is gonna find these goats finally.
Yeah, has finding 3 more goats here to add to his goat count. So yeah, now he's at 12 right now. That is a lot of goats here. Mitoe finding an 80 coin treasure here. And so left to see is Hazza going to drop down that livestock pen, or now he does have 12 goats, which is a lot.
Yeah, definitely. Something, obviously it's a no TP map, so you could just chop a lot of wood and spend it on a livestock pen here instead of TP, of course.
Right.
Yeah, and that's what Hazza is doing.
Yeah, that's a good point to bring up, because a lot of times French, they'll gather 200 wood in transition to build a trading post. So you're used to like gathering that 200 wood, but this isn't a trading post map. You can't use it on a trading post, so you can kind of just use it on a livestock pen, and it doesn't feel that much different. I mean, of course you're not getting the XP from the trading post, but yeah, I mean you're getting 12 sheep on the livestock pen. I mean, there's a maximum of 10 that can only go on it at once, but yeah, that's gonna be huge.
So Hazza is not going for neither place mines, no gang so, and got 27 wood, so I guess he's gonna ship wood first perhaps and get steer traps.
And we do have a war hut going down from Mitoe here. 3 villagers building the war hut. Kinda, I don't know if you call this the middle.
First. That's interesting.
Oh yeah, 5 villagers from Mitoe. And yeah, so with this livestock pen, it's gonna make for an interesting timing in this game where, Hazza had to invest early 200 wood to build this, but so Mitoe's gonna want to do damage before these goats really get fanned up and before Hazza takes advantage of this. If Mitoe kind of sits back and plays this too defensively, then Hazza's gonna get all these goats completely fattened, and that's gonna just be a huge boost. I mean, they do fatten very quickly, and they only go up to 300. So. Yeah, Mitoe realizing this.
700 coin. He's going just FF without bills, I think. Or does he have a hidden building somewhere? No, he doesn't.
Wow. Yeah, so we got a naked FF from Hazza here. And,
Could just eat 2 goats since he got 12.
yeah, I mean, this might work out, because look at Mitoe. Mitoe's shipping 5 villagers and then 4
He's
villagers.
doing his build again. Okay. So really greedy Aztecs here. Yeah, shipping wheels back to back. Got a few coyotes too.
Yeah, definitely very greedy, and it's gonna kind of be a benefit for Hazza, because Hazza's going extremely greedy himself, not even dropping a military building, doing a naked FF with a livestock pen and 12 goats. So he's gonna basically get away with this, and I don't know, it's gotta feel pretty good for Hazza. And these goats are gonna be, you're starting to creep up to that 300 count pretty soon. So that once they are at fattened, Hazza's gonna take advantage and start eating those goats, and it's gonna be a huge boost there.
What is going on?
Wow, Hazza pulling out the moves this series, sending a random bill here from tower.
Yeah, he's gonna cheese again. Oh, and building an Eden church. This is gonna be grenadiers.
Oh man. Wow, alright, gotta love seeing the cheese. But wow, look at this. Mitoe actually put together a pretty strong force here, and he's looking to push out.
Yeah, there's no any CDB upgrade on these villagers. Because otherwise they'll kill coyotes quite efficiently.
Yeah, French explorer getting caught here. You'll see this entire military there. Crack shots that line before going down. Is this the slow edge up here from Hazza?
Slow. Probably with Cav.
Yeah, this is a slow age up. He's not gonna have a shipment available, so I guess it makes sense here to do slow age up. Ooh, one French villager does go down there, is already low, and the goats are now fed, and yeah, Mitoe seeing this and then actually decides to stop sieging that. I think he just noticed all the goats got fed, and has it popping out the villagers here. 4 hussars. Can we get a Minutemen call? We do have Minutemen. Big timing from Hazza here.
Is he making grains? Yeah, he's got 4 grenadiers too. This is gonna be a cleanup.
Oh.
I don't know, coyotes are still pretty decent.
Church card in for Hazza here, and the grenadiers coming from the church.
Oh, he's gathering more food with some vills, so he's gonna get a second batch of grenadiers probably.
What do those guys cost there? I don't even know.
1,000 food to get 8 grenadiers, I think.
Oh, the Aztec explorer still alive. 1 HP now goes down. Now has the shipment available after all this.
I think he might have got that. He's got grenadiers on the way, but coyotes should be able to deal with that. Although a lot of them are low HP. But there are reinforcements on the way for Mitoe.
Yeah, so we're... Oh, has to try and buy as much time as he can. He does have a shipment on the way.
Probably 3 clears or something.
Oh, he's housed right now. Can he not?
No, he's got something on the way for sure.
Right, but can he still make the grenadiers or end the shipment?
I think you can, and he's still got a CV here.
Yeah,
so he can drop a house if he really needs to. Can I lose another veal?
Big batches of pumas coming in here.
Yeah.
Oh,
3 clears. Oh, that's unfortunate. Alright, getting the grenadiers on the way now.
Will the TC... They're the grenadiers!
Well, those spikes could go down super fast, actually.
Oh!
Yeah, they do.
Grenadiers firing away here. Jack Prowler Knights in cover mode. One single cruiser getting on top of these mace. Oh man, this is close.
Might be just enough reinforcements.
The single cruiser is still alive here.
You really want these grenadiers to just shoot and have units on front to tank. Because they do quite a ton of damage to every kind of unit.
This is so close here.
He's gonna clean, but for what? Hazza got 38 veils and
yeah,
got like
the eco is very one-sided. Looks like Hazza is ultimately gonna hold this.
Oh, this grenade! You'll watch it.
Oh man.
The thing is, you don't get anything else from the church card in H3.
Yeah, Hazza just sending another shipment here. But yeah, 17 villager population eco pop to 39 feels pretty bad. While commenting on the grenadiers, things just kind of trolling a bit. Don't see grenadiers very often in AoE3.
It's really funny because Hazza's score is quite high compared to what he got.
Right. Yeah, I wonder if Mitoe's like, Mitoe might be looking at the score. Mitoe's probably like, damn, and this guy's H3, but...
yeah, but he knows that the church can't just inflate your score. So Hazza's real score is probably like 70 right now or something.
Yeah. Oh, skirmishers potentially get some raids, but they're not going to be protected if any coyotes come. Let's see the split. Does he split? Ooh, very nice. Almost got 2 there, but... Oh. Grenadiers getting caught by the coyotes here. Oh, that puma flying in the air.
In the trees also. He's making pikes. Pike skirms. And he's got another shipment on the way, but I don't think what can save him here. Although he's got a really good composition compared to what Mitoe has.
Yeah, there might be enough pikes to deal with these coyotes. I don't know, with hidden running with the skirms. I mean, it's kind of close here, but pikes are going down quickly. More pikes joining in here, and coyotes are cleaned up. And it looks like Hazza's holding here. Yeah, I think Hazza has a shipment on the way, I believe. I think it's about to be. Yeah, 1,000 wood just popped for Hazza at home.
1,000 wood.
And he's eating his goats. He's got these fattened goats that he's eating now.
He's just got them, yeah. So what is he gonna do with that? Just spam more PKs, I guess.
And Mitoe, meanwhile, on berries here with quite a lot of villagers. Does have some villagers on the hunt here.
More coyotes and more maces, which is basically everything Mitoes need at this point. It's good composition.
Yeah, there are a good amount of pikes here for Hazza, and it looks like another batch of pikes joining. And Hazza's gonna have another shipment available, like right now. He's sending another shipment, and it seems like these shipments are coming in pretty quickly with these like kind of constant fights.
He's spamming houses too, so he's getting XP.
Yeah, 1,000 wood.
He's making a ton of pikes. If he gets vet pikes, that would be quite funny.
Yeah. This shipment could be really strong here for Hazza. I mean, we could see 2 Falcons, maybe, or like 5 goons. Yeah, it's probably either going to be 5 goons or 2 Falcons, I would assume, here.
2 Falcons would be good, actually.
Yeah.
It's really hard for Aztecs to deal with them if you have MIDI units to just counter coyotes.
Oh, look at the villager pull from Hazza. 2 villagers do go down, but probably saving some there with the pull.
2 fucking ants, yeah, there we go.
Here we go, death fall from Hazza, death push.
Please go vet pikes. That would actually be good.
Yeah.
But it doesn't have any resources. Its eco is terrible.
These cannons need to get some really good usage here. Coyotes, there are a lot of coyotes now.
Oh, there are so a lot of maces.
Oh, the maces, they're going on the wrong side of the cliff here. Cannon's gonna get a volley. Oh, that's painful.
He's gonna get a second, no, not a second volley.
That cliff, interrupted.
Crossbows now. Oh, that's actually something.
Wow, yes, 4 Crusaders being trained here.
I hope we can fight them. And then, yeah, Mitoe's just gonna commit, and then 4 players here are gonna
Oh, big volleys. Another cannon shot.
Hazza got that.
And this is looking good for Hazza. These cannons, oh my god, they're getting so much worth here.
Wow.
What is this game we're watching?
The cannons are going down. No, he's gonna save one, I think.
You say, oh, it's...
He's gonna win this game.
Wow. So Hazza with half the eco making it work.
Man, I bet Hazank is taking notes right now.
Yeah, the funny thing, I was like thinking, you know, he did have like half the eco, but like all of his goats were fat, and so like you have...
Didn't see with the piggies.
Oh.
Yeah, this game is over.
Wow, there's the GG. Yeah. Oh man. 25 bills to 50 and he taps out.
This QRCA, that was so
Man,
clutch.
yeah. I guess Mitoe was on the attack dance there. I was like thinking, man, what do you think if he even like danced for like the mercenaries right now? And since he has like, you know, nearly more than, you know, well, yeah, double bills. I don't know, just dancing for like the military archers, but I don't know. It feels bad resigning when you got double the eco, you know?
Yeah, of course, but if you can't ever kill your opponent army, then yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, Mitoe probably should maybe try to buy a little bit more time and maybe just let this war hut go down and just fight it at home. Like, imagine, like, you know, you could have, like, TC fire attacking the cannons and, you know, getting one of the cannons to, like, half health before the engage even started. You know, potentially, like, things like that. He had double eco, but lost his game.
Yes. If you look at military population, you can see Hazza took 3 good trades overall, and the last one was just, game winning.
Yeah, and that was Hazza's last. Well, no, he would have had, I think, one more shipment in H3 because he didn't ship the 5 goons, but he would have had like one more military shipment, military wide for the army. I mean, I guess he could have done like cav combat one would have been great, But yeah, Hazza able to take this one, so we're tied up here, 2-2.
Yeah, I guess Hazza wasn't joking when he said boring in the lobby before the game. Just pull out a win with a very weird build.
Yeah, definitely. Man, even like the TC was so close to going down. Hazza's TC before, I think before the age up, and wow, it was just like so many different points in that game were kind of like back and forth and pretty major turning points. All right, I'm gonna be right back. I'm gonna grab some water, and we're gonna get into game 5.
Yeah, was a really funny one. PK's good versus Coyotes. Yeah, seems like it. Reactions on the chat are quite funny. Yeah, Falconet Spike's best composition indeed.
All right, you ready to get into game 5 here?
I am.
All
If we
right.
can see more games like that, that would be quite fun.
Yeah. All right, so let me spin the wheel for the map, see what map we get here. All right, so we're getting Bengal for game 5 here. Interesting, no TP map. Well, I guess the last one was a no TP map, but it always makes the civ spins kind of that much more important. Let's go ahead and spin that wheel. We're going to spin the wheel for Mitoe here first. And let's see what civilization Mitoe gets here in game 5. Mitoe getting the Iroquois civilization. Alright, and we're going to spin the wheel for Hazza, to which civilization Hazza gets here in game 5. Hazza getting the Spanish. Both civs pretty known for building trading posts. Spain is Hazza's kind of bread and butter. He's known for his Spanish play, but maybe not Spain no TPs.
Yeah, Spain on Bengal is quite a fierce bad.
And so, right, so both players, they have their respin available. You get 1 respin per series, but only 1 respin can be used like a game. You can't have both players use their respin on the same game because it kind of wouldn't be fair or make sense. So both players kind of have civs that aren't the best here. So whoever asks for the respin first will get the respin. So we'll see if either of them ask for it here.
Yeah, typical Hazza deleting his Spain home city after losing a game.
Oh my god, really?
So we had a lot of good reactions on the chat when Mitoe took the fight.
Yeah, that's always great. It's good to see.
Yeah.
No, I see Tabin in the chat. Always good to see Tabin back, hanging around, watching the streams. What were people saying? We had some good reactions.
Yep, so it seems that both players are fine with playing this matchup on this map.
Yeah, they haven't switched to their, or has a, oh, he's making his deck, I believe. Yep, so this is a best of 7, saw somebody asking. Currently tied 2-2. And about to get into game 5 here in a second.
This time it's gonna be a bit harder to take natives, for example. This natives post is too close to your opponent TC. So.
Right. But no, Hazza Spain here.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Perhaps Hazza can pull a Piroshiki FF with Armadillos or something. Score is currently 2-2.
So, got a little bit of a break in the action before we get into this next game. Hope you guys are enjoying this. I've been having a lot of fun doing these subscriber tournaments. So this is the second one I've held. I held one back in, I think that was July, maybe June. So, yeah, I had a little bit of a break in between them. You know, it can kind of be quite a bit of work trying to schedule them and you know, cast them, you know, with my crazy work schedule and, you know, just organizing around the players' schedule too, of course. But it's definitely a lot of fun to cast them, and it's great to see. I think the AOE3 community is really enjoying them, so, you know, I definitely appreciate the support. You guys stopping by and watching the stream and enjoying it.
Yeah, are you still working part-time or?
Yeah, yep, working part-time, so I was working full-time, you know, for like a year and a half since I, you know, got my job out of school, and I switched to part-time, and yeah, I mean, it's obviously just much better. You just have more time to, you know, enjoy life and not be at work. So yeah, still part-time, and trying to make it part-time as a streamer, I suppose, and just enjoying myself a little more. Of course, a little bit more tight on money, but it's, you know, manageable for me at the moment. And well, I am part-time, but the really nice thing about my job is I am part-time, but I can also like pick up shifts. So like maybe 1 week I'll be full-time, you know, and so I've been kind of doing that here and there. Nope, I clicked in and I clicked out. Let's see if it goes into the game. Alright, it did load in. Alright, everybody, this is the GUA October 2019 subscriber tournament. This is the finals, best of 7 here between Hazza and Mitoe. We have a $200 total prize pool for this tournament. $100 going to first place, $60 going to second place, and $40 going to third place here. Like I said, this is the finals. Currently, it is tied 2-2. We have Hazza versus Mitoe playing on Bengal here in Game 5. Hazza playing as the Spanish civilization, and Mitoe is playing as the Iroquois civilization. Have Cascade here co-casting with me, and yeah, this is going to be an interesting one. Both of these civilizations like to build trading posts, but this is a no TP map. So who do you think suffers more from the fact that they cannot build a trading post here?
I'd say Spain, kind of.
Yeah.
Their H2 is just inferior to Hero, and I mean Hero can still, you know, H fast, so that's an option, even though it's not easy on a TP. But you know, I have a group chat with Hazza, Lucas, and you know the players, and Hazza was asking for a troll strat with Spain on no TP, so I guess we're gonna see something similar to the previous game.
Yeah, hasn't not afraid to pull out the cheese this series. I think he's just kind of having fun with it. It's, you know, a little bit less serious of a tournament for him, and sometimes, you know, you just gotta have a little bit more fun with it, I guess. So yeah, pulling out the cheese. This is basically a $40 difference. Obviously, whoever, like I said, first place gets $100, second place gets $60. So whoever wins this series, you know, will get $40 more than their other players. So nice little chunk of change here. So, but at the same time, you know, of course, not like a incredibly serious tournament. But yeah.
Hazza got himself a tiger, so it's gonna definitely help him to get strong treasures like this one or the 90 wood over here.
Yeah, he got a tiger from that treasure. It's kind of a funny treasure to go for there, but
Oh, he's gonna steal one yak. Yeah, not for long.
yeah, steals the yak and then deletes it. And Hazza going for this 100 food treasure here.
Yeah. Hex
I'm
field.
not sure what that is referring to.
Yeah. Not sure either.
Mitoe about to pick up a 50 coin here. Hazza doing a good job. Oh, he's eating one of his water buffaloes, and I was just going to say doing a good job killing his elephants really close to his town center, especially this one really on top. Just minimizing the walking time for your villagers. And pretty similar for Mitoe here.
Yeah, that's an annoying thing on this map. Sometimes you heard well, but the elephants have other plans, you know?
Right. Yeah. Yeah, you gotta keep a close eye on them. Sometimes they can definitely wander off. And you're right. Since it's just like a single hunt, you know, most hunts on other maps, you know, you have like multiple hunts, so you kind of walk from one to the next. But since you got just these two really fat elephants, it makes the placement of, you know, where you kill them that much more important, because you can, you know, put so many villagers on it, and if you do it really good, where it's really close to the TC, you know, it's just like 0 walking time, and it becomes very important with, you know, how you kind of micro your villagers there. Another 90 wood here for Hazza.
Yeah, that's definitely something. Oh, he lost his tiger there. I don't remember when that happened.
And we have Hazza building a tower at home here with his villagers.
Tower at home, and he's making dogs.
Alright.
Got 5 dogs.
What does this man have in store for us? And it looks like Mitoe did use...
I think I know.
Trying to figure out the plan. What pure cheeky
I think
build?
he's gonna try to lame the tower from Hero with the dogs. So Mitoe has to build that home.
Ooh, yeah, the Trevio. Well, it looks like Mitoe was actually planning on building it at home all along. So
It's
that's...
funny because he's waiting for it.
Yeah. And it looks like Mitoe did use his initial Trevio to build a farm here. Always nice when you can get away with that with the Euro. But he doesn't have any water. We use it as like a single water buffalo, so...
Yeah, so is he gonna try to FF because he's gathering a lot of coin right now? He's got 2 towers in base. So
Oh god.
Anti-rush.
Is he's gonna like FI? Do we have an FI coming in or revolt?
It could be something, yeah.
5 villagers ship for Hazza here, and he's housed. Doesn't that?
Should be big.
Yeah, so he's housed. He's not gathering wood. He's just like accepting the fact that he is housed, and he's not.
He's going 5 years FF.
the old 5 vil FF. Your Iroquois Explorer does go down here.
Yeah, 100 XP for Spain, not too bad on this map.
Yeah.
And what is Mitoe doing? He went for a farm, but only got 1 water buffalo on that. It's not the greatest.
Yeah, one more buffalo. Definitely not the best there. Looks like Mitoe also shipping 5 villagers, and I think he's got plans for aging up himself with that defensive war hut, shipping the villagers, and on the fire pit. What is he dancing for right now, actually? He's got 5 villagers on the fire pit. Is it for like increase production time? I don't know. XP? Is he doing XP dance? It doesn't show, does it?
I really don't know. Yeah, it doesn't show. It doesn't seem that he's spamming there, so this could be XP dance. Yeah, he's going back to food now, just after getting his.
Yeah, I mean, I guess that's Iroquois' improvised trading post on an LTP map. Just build a fire pit and dance recipe.
The crates. Yeah, he's gathering a lot of coins, so it's gonna be crates. I mean, the 800 resources one.
Yeah, so Mitoe going pretty eco-heavy here, shipping 5 villagers and 4 villagers, and you're calling saying you're expecting some crates to come out here as his next shipment, and then he'll be up to age 3 pretty soon.
So he's going Swiss bikes, I think. Gathering a ton of coin, and he's got a mercenary shipment.
Has on his way to age 3.
You think falconets would be fun?
Yeah, do you think he's aging up with the, it could be 8 pikes or 4 huss, right? You think he's doing the pikes?
Yeah, most likely. Or the 400 wood, but it's not the greatest.
Yeah, lots of villagers on that fire pit dancing. I guess that's the next P dance for Mitoe.
That's interesting because he went 5 years, 4 years, and then he's using 8 years or something to dance for XP, which is perhaps not the worst thing to do. To get extra eco and more than Spain anyway.
And both players hitting up to age 3 at about the same time. Hazza aging up with the 4 hussars. He's got 1,000 wood stack, just used it.
Yeah. Swiss pickies it's gonna be.
Yeah, Swiss pikeman. So this could be a scary timing push for Hazza. He's gonna be across the map. He's gonna have 4 hussars. He's got his dogs. His explorer's up, and he's gonna be having Swiss pike coming. Meanwhile, Mitoe is in age 3. He has a war hut and now a corral down, still dancing, and forest prowlers are out.
Yeah, and he just sent his first H3 shipment. So he's not gonna get anything just now. He's gonna wait for
Yeah, I mean
30 seconds here.
Oh, skirmishers are being trained. I was gonna say like Swiss pike could get hit and run for days by like musket riders, you know, or even like forest prowlers. I think Mitoe doing a good job of hiding his forest prowlers. Like if they would have got caught by those 4 hussars, that would have been huge.
You could just stealth them.
No, true. Yeah. Yeah, that's
Like,
right.
nope.
That's ridiculous. You could.
Can't touch this.
And yeah, there's the 5 musket rider shipment. I believe this is 5 that were trained. So the ability to hit and run with these musket riders and forest prowlers versus, you know, Swiss pike. This is gonna be a micro game. Well, let's see how this micro works. It's gonna come down to a really good micro here for Hazza or for Mitoe.
I think Hazza just gonna force it and just siege the Wahat and probably the stable.
Yeah, it is gonna take a while to kill these Swiss pikes, but I mean, lots of musket riders, they can hit and run forever. And yeah, Hazza sees this, and he's just gonna have to retreat here.
Yeah.
But can he retreat? More skirmishers.
You have to be really careful because Swiss spikes are insane if they can get into contact.
Yeah. Whoa, was those like 4 Swiss pikes dropping to that crack shot, or? I think that was a pretty big crack shot. Swiss pikes are now starting to connect, and skirmishers are getting in here too, getting some good volleys onto musket riders. Mitoe really needs to keep hitting and running. The Swiss pike count is starting to get pretty low here, however. War Chief still up. And, wow, more musket riders. And yeah, I think Mitoe has defended this quite well here. Oh, Lancers are now moving out, but there's lots of Musket Riders here. And,
Yeah. Hazza made a few dogs too, but just decides not to commit with the Lancers.
yeah, and Swiss Pike, not the best option.
Goons with Spain.
Yeah, I mean, versus just an army of Musket Riders and Forest Prowlers, they can just kite and kind of hit and run forever. And shipping, Swiss Pikes, which can get kited very easily, perhaps not the smartest choice there.
Yeah, now Hazza is kind of forced to make skirms to compete with these goons, but Mitoe is switching to Kanye now.
And actually, Spanish gold coming in for Hazza here, so
Spanish gold.
yeah, risky.
He's just realizing, shit, I've got Spain, I've got no eco. Gotta do something about that.
Yeah.
But yeah, he's gonna lose 2 VRs and probably the skirms too. There are more VRs behind that. What is he doing? He's bringing
Yeah,
more
I think
VRs.
Hazza's just giving up at this point. Miles sees the bull pill.
I did.
Yeah, Hazza bringing up a point that Spain, struggles versus these goons is Spain does not have any skirmisher shipments. I mean, I guess you could go for he does do pretty well with the rods, but I mean, if your opponent is microing real well, it can kind of hit and run the rods.
Yeah.
So either way, Hazza tapping out here. Game 5 going to Mitoe here. Mitoe currently up 3-2, and yeah, this is a best of 7.
Yeah, so it's gonna be a match point for Mitoe.
Yeah. Take a quick look at post-game stats here. Pretty quick game there. Hazza trying something out, trying to Swiss Pike shipment. Just did not work out for him.
Yeah. Spain usually struggles versus early goons in X3, but it's even worse versus hero because their skirms have 30% range resist, so even you can't mass enough skirms to deal with 5+5.
Yeah, like he's saying, it's tough to deal with those rods. Spain with no skirmisher shipment. I hope these players know it is a best of 7. Seeing Hazza in the chat. Still got some more games to go. There we go. Got the invite. All right. I think they were just taking their time a little bit. All right. So let's spin the wheel for the map. All right. We have Cascade range for, what is this, game 6? And let's go ahead and spin the wheel for Mitoe. Let's see what civilization Mitoe gets here in game 6. Mitoe gets the China civilization. Alright, let's spin the wheel for Hazza. Let's see what civilization Hazza gets here. Hazza getting the German civilization.
Interesting. Both civs not really happy having no TP, but both are decent saves.
Hazza says KK good.
Delete Spain again.
So both players do have the respin. I guess I'll remind them since I mean they know the rules. I said it a couple times already. Maybe they just want to play with whatever civs they get. I don't know. I'll just say. All right, Hazza, I think just wants to get going. Looks like he's ready to click into this one.
Yeah. So we're gonna click in again.
Yeah, so Mitoe currently up in the series. Got match point here.
It's hard to say which civ suffers the most from the lack of TP.
Really,
Between China and Germany.
I would think Germany by quite a bit.
Yeah, perhaps. Although they have stronger units than China early on, I think.
Yeah, but I don't know. I mean, I don't really know how Germany can punish the Spain fast fortress.
Yeah, I guess you don't.
All right, so we're getting into Game 6 here. This is a GUA October 2019 subscriber tournament. This is grand finals of the tournament. Like I said, we have a $200 prize pool, and I guess earlier I was forgetting to mention, where the prize pool came from. So initially started off with Head Killer. Oh man, I haven't seen him around in the stream. I think he knows that the series was today, but I guess he's busy, wasn't able to watch it. But anyways, so it started off with Head Killer. I wanted to throw up $50 for a little tournament or something. So I said that I'd match him with additional $50. And then we had I Will Spank You donate $50. And then Zuda also donated $50. So got a nice little prize pool up to $200 for this. And it's been a lot of fun casting this entire tournament. And just seeing the players, compete with the random civ rules and all this. And I think the AOE3 community's been enjoying it quite a bit, so it's been a lot of fun to do.
Yeah, definitely, totally agree on that. It's always good to have some top players being casted.
Definitely, yep. Something for everybody to watch, on a lazy Sunday. All right, so we have Hazza playing as the German, and Mitoe playing as China. This is best of 7. As I said, Mitoe currently up 3-2, so Hazza's going to have to pull off a win here to survive. First place prize is $100. Second place getting $60 here. And so, yeah, what can Germany do here on this no TP map? What do you expect from Hazza here?
Well, honestly, seeing how the series went so far, I expect some kind of troll builds, maybe Nats with Nutcast.
Yeah, he might pull up the Nats again. Good point. Let's see.
Otherwise, I don't know what you do on the TP versus China.
He does have
bad.
Right, he does have native treaties in the deck.
Yeah, there we go.
Mitoe, or are we going to see like No, I was gonna say that like the flamethrower in H2, right? That like A's ship sometimes. That's an H2 shipment, right? I think that like A's pulls out.
Yeah. The Mandarin Duck Squad.
Yeah, I think it's like a horrible shipment, but yeah, he's not in the deck. Right? What's that? Yeah.
Close the flamethrower. Yeah, he doesn't have it.
No. So we do have a mark it down for Hazza. Looks like Hunting Dogs probably isn't. Wait, let's go text completed. Yep, Hunting Dogs completed already. Meanwhile, China with 2 villages here. Shipments were sent. Mitoe shipping northern refugees.
Yeah, so 3 villagers, which is pretty standard.
Yep.
Hazza gonna age 16. So this is quite fast considering he went for TP. But I think the spawn this time was with a lot of 50 food treasures. So
Yeah.
how many did you get? A lot of coin, 50 food. Twice, so it's 100 food, yeah. 150 food actually.
Yeah, 150. Yeah, definitely helping Hazza's age up here, and help him put on some aggression here sooner. And we do have the Wonder coming down from Mitoe here, a little bit forward.
Yeah. So I'm checking carefully Hazza's hero.
Right. Are we gonna see that native post go down? Ah, look at Mitoe positioning that the
Sorry, he
cycle.
knows that.
You can only build so many native posts in one series before your opponent starts expecting it. Oh, we do have a forward settler wagon here for Hazza.
Could be a tower rush, yeah. Hmm. Oh, this could get spotted by... I don't know, it's just a house.
Yeah, just a house currently for Hazza here. We'll have to see what's in the works for Hazza. What's his game plan? Hazza now up to H2. Mitoe gonna be following him shortly after. He's got, let's see, what is 5 villagers on the Wonder? Nope, 4 villagers on the Wonder.
Mitoe is chopping a lot of wood. So this could be an H2 play.
Yeah, I think he's gonna be preparing for some German aggression. We do have a forward barracks down for Hazza, and War Academy going down for Mitoe early on here.
So what is Hazza making? It's making crossbows. Mitoe got probably crates on the way. It's not, yeah. He's got a batch of bow pike on the way, and yeah, probably crates also. What is Germany doing? What is he shipping? 5 euro.
Oof, 5 yuan shipment from
It's
Germany.
probably the worst German shipment H2.
Yeah, people usually say
3
5
euros,
yuan
basically.
is like the worst shipment you could send. But here we go. We're gonna have 10 crossbowmen and 5 ulans. Maybe this can catch Mitoe off guard here. Is who expects a 5 ulan shipment? It's your first H2 shipment.
Yeah, Mitoe sent wood, so
And these crossbowmen are exposed. Minutemen are gonna have to get called here. Just a single pikeman. And the ulans are and there's the Minutemen, but the ulans are getting on top of these crossbowmen. Both sets of Minutemen being called here. Oh, another batch looks like a batch of crossbowmen and pikemen were trained there too. So actually very good timing there. Snaring the crossbowmen. As they're trying to catch all these pikemen.
yeah. Can I lose a few to the crossbows? Oh, you don't want to fight these pikes with Ulans. But yeah, I mean these 3 Ulans should clean up. Unless Mitoe got a shipment on the way.
Yeah, honestly, I think that's looking pretty good for Hazza. Forcing both sets of Minutemen, and yeah, the Ulans are now putting in quite a bit of work here on the crossbowmen. And then these Minutemen are going to be going down to 1 HP pretty soon here. Still getting some pretty good worth out.
Yeah.
Another batch of
Crossbows on
crossbowmen.
the way, but if Mitoe sends Steppy Riders, he's sending wood again. I think that's a mistake here.
Another
On the other
batch.
hand, Hazza did 0 economic damage. It's lost.
Yeah, we do have a constantly going down here for Mitoe. How are the units lost looking?
I'll make you consulates and hate bows for Hazza.
Yeah, 8 bows being shipped for Hazza. They're having to walk all the way from the town center, so it's going to be a little while before those crossbowmen get here. But he does have 5 pikemen. It's 8 X-bows along with these 4. And then the 2 Ulans. Mitoe putting together a pretty good military here. Trying to put it together a bit of
Yeah, but Hazza got the counter composition so far. He's got a lot of crossbows, which is what you want versus
Yeah. Another batch of units coming out from Mitoe out of the barracks there. Council is now up for Mito's.
Mitoe is sniping the pikes. This could mean he's got cav on the way. What is he making right now?
Mitoe does have a lot of wood stacked here, so killing this settlement not going to be that huge. Ooh, and there's the Chukanu shipment. Forsen has the retreat here. Oh, and has not really retreating, putting pikes in cover mode. Maybe deciding to fight it. Batch of only 3 crossbowmen being trained.
Yeah, I mean, China is just better at making crossbow pike stuff in H2, I feel. I mean, Germany is quite good to do that too, but when you start 5 units on 8 bows, then yeah, it's gonna get a bit hard.
Yeah, definitely kind of some unorthodox shipments there. 700 wood not coming in for Hazza. So he does just still have only 1 Rax, but perhaps he'll get a 2nd Rax here. Maybe, yep, 2nd Rax, and being able to start getting some more military units out here. Being able to get some stronger batches. And it might force Mitoe, you know, Hazza's going to have some time here to get the 2nd Rax up. Mitoe's not going to want to push out, really. And,
yeah, it seems like Hazza is going for a raid with some units, but they're gonna get spotted by the Shokunus.
Yeah, Ulan's trying to find some villagers here. Another village going down for Mitoe here. Don't believe he's used any of that. Or did he use some of the export yet?
Oh yeah, it's...
And there's the 7 step riders catching these Ulans here.
It's gonna be big timing for Mitoe. So Hazza knows that the steppe is up here, but still decides to push. Now we're gonna go back.
And a lot of villagers here, you know, kind of going on to the next resources. A lot of walking time here. And actually, the disciples and the explorer away from the army.
Can't wait to see Keshiks do nothing, because they're gonna get sniped by crossbows.
And this is a pretty big military mass from Mitoe here. Let's see, I'm sure he's got some crossbowmen in queue, or would they be pikes? Let's see what's in queue. We do have crossbowmen in queue for Hazza, so potentially popping out 10 crossbowmen can be pretty nice here. And yeah, it's going to force Mitoe to retreat.
Yeah, I mean, the steppes did nothing.
You know, they melted quickly. And let's going to compare some of these stats here. Chokinu China archers cost 85 food. Well, I mean, that's per one. I guess I don't know what the batch comes, you know, because they train in like 3 along with the pikemen. But yeah, like a single Chokinu, they cost 85 food, 1 population, and has only 99 HP. Range attack is 5. Range attack is 5 damage with a range of 16, compared to the German crossbowmen costing 40 food, 40 wood. With 100 HP, range attack 16, and 16 range. So, quite a big difference there.
But the Chukkanus shoot 3 times in a row or something, so it's actually like 15 damage or something.
Yeah, you're right. Yeah, the rate of fire is a good point to bring up there. Mitoe moving off his villagers here across the map, try to find some more hunts.
Yeah. Curious decision.
Yeah, he's really starting to get pretty food starved.
I mean, you're not gonna kill a settler wagon with full HP with only 1 steppe and 2 Keshiks.
Oh, and look at this. Hazza finding the Mitoe's villagers here. 1 settler wagon gonna go down, but...
Great trade. This settler wagon is not going down. It's gonna TC fire the steppe so he can escape the settler wagon.
Oh, did it? Wow, that was the low HP one? Jeez. 1 villager did go down there, but yeah, that's big, of course, saving the Slayer wagon.
Some Yulons on the field, and yeah, having Cav to snare is just so good here.
Oh yeah, all these villagers having to run and relocate. Lots of idle time there, but Mito did get a village built here, and well, I guess for the time being, secure this hunt. But look at I don't know, house going down in Hazza's main base. Oh god, this could be a good trap here.
I think if he can connect with his army, it just cleans up.
Yeah, Minutemen being called, bought the Explorer back, bringing in the Uhlans. Crossbowmen are still behind though here. Villagers tanking.
I think this is Hazza's game, to be fair.
Yeah, this is looking pretty good for Hazza. Crossbowmen taking a while to get here though. Hazza perhaps doing that, call a little bit too soon. Could have maybe waited for the crossbowmen before calling Minutemen and connecting with the Uhlans.
Yeah, if he can snare with his cav, that would be quite nice. Nice bodies on this spice. So yeah, Mitoe is trying to just sack his crossbows. Pikes have decent siege, so he might just finish these tracks before Hazza can join.
Oh, Uhlans popping out, getting on top of those Chokanu, forcing the Pikes to reposition there. Got a couple nice attacks off there.
Nice one. So Mitoe has to go back here. You really want to snare with your cav, but it's hippie Yunans, you need to choose.
Yeah, and then at this point it's like a pure Pike army.
Nice. Nicely done by Hazza.
And Mitoe now stacking quite a bit of food.
Oh, Chinese monk getting snared.
But yeah, how does Mitoe ever kill this crossbowman masses? Mitoe's army is primarily just pikemen.
I think your best shot is to make more crossbows than your opponent.
Yeah, he's so far behind though, it's gonna be like nearly impossible to catch up to that mass. Right, you're gonna turn
Germany sent. Sorry, something I forgot to mention is that Germany sent 3 settler wagon and 2 settler wagons, so his eco is just insane right now.
Yeah, good point to bring up there. Finally getting that 3 settler wagon shipment in, and then the second one and 600 wood. So
there's also that. I mean, when Hazza will realize that.
Yeah.
Oh, okay, he's going natives now because he's running out of shipment to send, basically. So he's gonna send native treaty or something.
Oh yeah, wow, that's actually quite smart.
Mitoe is now making steppies. It's like the battle of the sad cav, kinda.
Yeah.
Hazza checking on the bottom for a raid, but not finding anything over here.
Mitoe moving across the map here. He does have his red coats from the consulate there. Both players cross the map at the same time here.
Finally getting a decent mass of Yunans, but his deck is so bad that he doesn't even have cav HP because of the native treaty stuff.
Yeah, both players positioning here, neither one wanting to fully commit yet. Mitoe sneaking a couple villagers back into these hunts. Ooh, but the Uhlans are probably going to actually see them.
Yeah, actually this should be a close fight in my opinion, because Mitoe is making a lot of cav and Hazza got no anti-cav.
Yeah, kind of strange.
Just made like 6 dobs, 8 dobs.
Yeah, kind of strange to add in that stable. I don't know, when you saw that it was just a large mass of pikemen, but here we go. Oh, there are lots of dops. Yeah, I actually just noticed those.
Yeah, well, Chukanus are insane at killing dobs, but...
Yeah. Making dops from step riders.
It's good positioning for both, actually. Tobisono's doing a lot of work on these steppy riders.
Yeah, very good positioning for Mitoe, as all the Uhlans are being completely caught by the pikemen and crossbowmen, not being where you want them, but still, I mean, going as good as it could for Mitoe, but will it be enough?
Oh, more Yunan's reinforcements, and Hazza did a really good job at just cutting back and repositioning his Yunans on the side, plus 4 coming from the back, and yeah, I mean, this is just gonna be so good for Hazza.
Yeah, this might be a cleanup for Hazza.
Gee, it's really close. Tuyunon's doing some work, but
Native Treaties is in. What guys are we getting from this?
a bunch of random units, but that's what he needs right now. I mean, batch of
Right.
5 units popping, and he's got some crossbows in queue too.
Klamath Rifleman? What is this?
It's like a skirmisher type of units,
Oh,
but with
man.
low range.
We got some clubmen.
I really think Hazza got that now. The nukers being in cover mode in the middle of everything.
Yep. And yeah, looking quite good for Hazza now. And yeah, in that one fight, it did go probably as good as it kind of could have for Mitoe. As I think Mitoe's positioning was like much better than Hazza's, but just I think Hazza's military was just better.
Big reinforcements from Mitoe, a batch from the Summer Palace, plus a batch from his War Academy. So it's gonna hold for now. Still quite close, but I just feel the longer this goes, the better it is for Germany with his superior eco.
Yeah, definitely that eco quite a bit superior, and he has the map control. He's like still being on hunts for the most part. Well, kind of, yeah, for most guys. He's got some villagers on hunts here.
One thing for Mitoe is that he sent the standard army HP stuff, so his Turkanus are getting a buff in HP now. Same for his Steppe Riders, I think. Let me check.
Yeah, yep, that is Step Riders 15% more HP, and also the Chokanu. Yeah, so that is nice adding that in.
Oh, he never made a market!
And really? I thought I saw one at one point. Did he? Oh god, did he not?
Wait, units lost? Oh, Mitoe lost the market.
Yeah, I thought, okay.
One at some point.
Yeah, and then he probably forgot, he to get the upgrades and all that, he forgot to like rebuild it. Big engage here, just crossbowman war.
Yeah, this is quite close, but
It's quite funny to see like AoE 3, just like a giant crossbowman battle.
it's
like,
pretty funny, yeah.
you're like, what? And then just a couple cav coming and like dying like right away.
Yeah, it's weird because both of their cav is quite bad, so you need like 10 cav to really do a swing.
Right.
Although Yulons might just be better at that. But yeah, interesting game so far.
Definitely.
Maybe it has to get some useful native upgrades on these TPs. I'm having a look. It's just
Like,
That's kind of true,
seriously,
actually.
this could just go on forever with like crossbowmen versus crossbowmen.
Yeah.
Oh god.
Oh, there are actually some decent technologies on the natives. So for Klamath, you have food crates. So it's like 11 food crates for 150 wood and 150 coin. So it's a
Yeah.
pretty good thing to get at like 20 minutes plus.
Yeah, somehow Mitoe putting together a pretty good force here, regaining the military advantage population-wise, and now a ship and consulate,
Yeah.
diplomatic intrigue.
I think eventually Chokanus are gonna be crossbows with the HP tag. Not sure about that. You also have a technology in Klamath that give you 5% gathering rates on everything.
And we do have another batch of redcoats here from Mitoe.
Very nice rating with Hazza.
Clubmen moving on in. Were these trading clubmen? Another big engage here. Crossbowmen firing away. Clubmen in cover mode. Ulan's trying to get on top of these crossbowmen. Redcoats in the back here. And these archers are just fighting each other for days. Will it ever end?
Oh.
And now the military population is actually looking very in favor of Mitoe. Jeez.
Oh, yeah. On the other hand, Hazza got like a really nice raid, killing like 10 villagers or something.
Oh, wow. That is big, yeah. Eco-wise, looking quite good for Hazza, but behind in the military, I think he's training Nukemen though, however. I think that's just the clubmen, which is not what you want.
5 more Yunans.
Yeah, 5 Ulans potentially could swing it. Oh, they're getting stuck here.
Yeah.
That's actually painful.
I think they're just gonna get sniped.
Oh, big batch of 10 crossbowmen, however. Yeah, Hazza could have done a better job moving his crossbowmen to make sure those Ulans got into the choke me, but... the crossbow fights never end. Like they said, the youths are too bad to end the game. Oh shit.
Yeah.
That's funny.
All players are on berries right now. I think Hazza just used that he had these funds.
And it's unfortunate Mitoe hasn't been able to like sneak a unit to get the his explorer back. The guy's at like near like full HP now, could really tank a lot in the fights.
Yeah, definitely. So Mitoe has to be careful. You don't want steppy riders getting caught by Yunans.
Oh, a couple more villagers going down here.
Steppy good.
Killing villagers, he wants them for some vill raids. Yeah, and Hazza increasing that eco gap even more.
Finally managing to kill these villas being there for like 10 minutes.
Oh, and the bears there?
Yeah, on the berries. There was a hunt before near the village.
AoE3 crossbowman wars. Oh, that Ulan mass is starting to get pretty large here. Not much anti-cav. Ulan's getting onto the choke canoes.
Yeah, might be something. There are still red coats, but...
Yeah. Ulan's melting pretty quick though.
Have to tank, to be fair.
Oh gosh. Man, I want to. Oh, you gotta take a look at units lost. How many archers have been lost this game?
I think this is Hazza's game.
Yeah.
The score gap is getting bigger and bigger, and now he's got a superior.
Yeah. 100 German crossbowmen have been lost, and 114 Chokanu.
82 Yunans
Jesus.
lost this game.
82? Wow.
Pretty good one, but 5 more Yunans, 10 more crossbows, and I feel this is gonna be GG.
Yeah. My 51 Step Riders lost. Jesus. And
there we go.
there it is, GG. Alright. This series is turning out to be amazing. Hazza
It's very good.
Hazza taking game 6 here, tying it up 3-3, and we're going to game 7 in the best of 7. Let's go. Alright.
Yeah, Lucas saying in the chat, Mitoe would have won with 7 steppy riders instead of 600 wood at the beginning.
Yeah, that could have been big.
Yeah, not sure he would have won, but at least he would have claimed 10 bows and maybe snowball from there.
Right.
But an excellent game, anyway.
That was such a strange AoE3 game to watch. Just so many crossbowmen. Like, imagine if that was like the meta and just like all civs cav units were like that weak, and it was just like AoE3 meta to have like giant crossbowmen, balls. That'd be so weird.
Oh, so
I'm not sure. Was it like that in?
Hazza won, so it's 3-3. My bad. I thought that was over.
Nope. We are going in game 7 here. Alright, so game 7, let's go ahead and see what map we get here. All right, so we're in Colorado once again. And let's go ahead and spin that wheel for Mitoe. Let's see what civilization Mitoe gets here in Game 7. Mitoe gets the Aztec civilization. And let's go ahead and spin the wheel for Hazza here. Let's see what civilization Hazza gets here in Game 7. Hazza getting the British civilization.
Mitoe might go for a respin here.
Yeah, so whoever asks for it first gets the respin, because this is Game 7. Both players still have the respin. I don't know if they're kind of like just agreeing, maybe not mentioning it, but just agreeing not to do a respin at all. But yeah, we can't use like 2 respins on the same series, because then like if one person respins and then the other person like would respin, it would kind of be unfair for the second player to get the respin, would have like an advantage kind of.
Right.
So yeah, so me and Kaja kind of agreed on that last time, that only one person can ask for the respin here, even though they both have a. And there we go, Mitoe asked for it first. Wow, I felt okay. Man, I was thinking like, I think in general British have an advantage over Aztec, but
so basically you're re-rolling only Mitoe civ.
Right, only Mitoe, and then that's it. It's like whatever the new civ is, you know, that it's going to be that Matt game.
Alright, okay.
Yeah, I mean, I would say in generally British have the advantage over Aztecs, but on like a map where like Colorado, where a lot of the resources are pretty forward, Aztecs, you know, they might be okay there. I thought he might have felt kind of okay, but maybe I don't think Mitoe plays a ton of Aztecs, so. Okay, so we're gonna go ahead and do the respin for Mitoe. So like I said, Mitoe, he cannot, you know, pick and choose which civ he gets. If he gets like the first civ or the reciv spin, he just gets this reciv spin, and then you know that's it. So let's go ahead and do the respin for Mitoe.
Russia would be insane.
Mitoe gets Sioux.
Okay, interesting.
I wonder if Mitoe will be happy. I don't know. Is Mitoe a Sioux player?
Good question.
Hopefully, well, it's the player's responsibility to know the rules. Hopefully he knows the rules. But yeah, I think he's forced to play Sioux now, since he asked for the respin. He rolled the dice, and I don't know, I think he'll be happy about that. Like I said, I don't think he's much of an Aztec player, so I think he'll be happier playing Sioux than Aztec here. And yeah, so this is the Game 7 of the Best of 7. So essentially, this game is worth $40 here. Like I said, first place is getting $100, and second place is getting $60. So $40 difference there. So yeah, this game right here, essentially a $40 game.
Yeah, definitely. We've seen some very good games so far, so let's hope that the last one will be as good as the previous ones.
Yeah, definitely. It seems like we've been watching A's the entire stream. Just, you know, these weird like troll type of builds and just unorthodox strategies. It has this Brit, right? Yeah, yep.
So is okay for that.
Yeah, Hazza can't ask for the respin either, kind of like I said. But I think either he's happy, just click it in. Maybe relog, I don't know, game sound, I don't know. Mitoe just went offline. Alright, so a little intermission, short little break before we hop into Game 7 here, Best of 7. So if you guys have been enjoying the stream so far, please leave a follow. You know, I've been streaming quite a bit, and I do have a lot of fun, you know, doing the subscriber tournament series, and you know, just casting in general is quite a bit easier when you're streaming, and you can interact with chat more, and probably more enjoyable for the stream for viewers to watch. So it's always fun to do these casting games, and of course I play myself a lot when I stream. But yeah, if you guys have been enjoying my content, please leave a follow. And alright, so here we go, guys. getting into Game 7. This is a GUA October 2019 subscriber tournament. Getting into Game 7 in this best of 7. $200 total prize pool. We have Hazza and Mitoe playing versus one another in the grand finals here. Mitoe playing as a Sioux civilization and Hazza playing as the British. We are playing on Colorado here. So as I already mentioned, like I said, first place gets $100, second place getting $60. So essentially this game is worth $40 here. There's a $40 difference there. I know I'm repeating myself quite a bit, but yeah, basically winner of this is going to get an extra $40 of this just single game right here. So
Yeah, definitely. So, what do you think of this matchup overall, and especially on this map? Because I feel it could be a bit different.
yeah, so my opinion, obviously I'm primarily a Brit player. I play Brits a lot. I think currently Sioux's a really good civ, and I think this is pretty Sioux favored. On trading post maps, I think it can be pretty tough for Brits. And also on this map, the hunts can be kind of far out there. They can be pretty far out there, so that's another thing that makes it difficult for Brits. And another point on top of all of this is that there are a lot of treasures on this map, a lot of really good treasures. So it's very easy for the Sioux to cross the map and get all these treasures. So I think that gives the Sioux civilization another advantage here.
I agree with that. I'd say overall, I think Brits slightly win this matchup if played really well, because obviously it's quite hard to defend Sioux raids and stuff. But on this map though, I don't think you can camp a lot under your town center. I think you can hurt this one. Sometimes you barely can't. So here it's gonna be good for him, but yeah, we'll see how that goes.
Yeah, so you think Brits have the slight advantage here, you're saying?
On this map, I'm not sure. I'll say it's 50-50, to be fair.
Yeah. Yeah, so it'll be close. We'll have to see what Hazza decides to go for here. And just funny little point to bring up, I don't know if you saw, but Mitoe, he had like a 40 wood treasure by his town center. He converted the bear, got the 40 wood treasure, and then he went for a wolf treasure. It was guarded by 3 wolves. And he used his bear and his explorer to kill the treasure gardens, but he lost his bear. So he ended up killing a bear and just getting the wolf from the treasure. So that was kind of funny and weird to see. And then Mitoe getting a clubman here. Building up a little bit of an Age 1 army, but take a look at Hazza's treasures that he got. Hazza picked up 110 wood, and then I think before that he got 120 XP.
Yeah, I mean, that's pretty good H1 versus you on this map, to be fair, but I think it's gonna be the end of his hero here.
Yeah. Yeah, you gotta be...
Sam Brown.
Yeah, I think Hazza's gonna be happy with his Age 1. He does lose his Explorer here. But yeah, getting 110 wood and was that 120 XP versus Sioux on this map? I think that's gotta feel pretty good.
So you should be able to make one more miner in transition, which is, yeah, something to mention, because obviously when you go greedy as Brits, it means you make more veers, and all these small details makes you snowball a bit harder later on.
Yeah, definitely. And Mitoe not really getting the best treasures. I mean, he's got that Sioux Explorer, but I don't know, he got like a clubman and like a wolf. Seems...
Yeah, what does he have here? A cougar?
Yeah, 90 coin.
Oh,
40 wood. I mean, I guess he's
definitely go for that.
He's just building up an army. Does that mean, like, do you think he wants to be aggressive here early, like H2? I mean...
Yeah, maybe. Or maybe those, like, Pokemons?
Yeah, he's building up an army here of couple cougars, wolf, clubman. Oh, he looks like he's going to build a trading post, Mitoe. This guy's explorer positioned to drop down on trading post as soon as he gets 200 wood.
Yep. And Hazza, on the other hand, is going for the, not map control, but line of sight. Building miners a bit everywhere, so it can just detect any raid incoming.
Yeah, you know, I should really pay attention, take some notes here, see how Hazza plays this one out as the British. This is one of the matchups I do struggle with playing as the British on trading post maps, you know, specifically.
It can be hard because even if you got untouched eco at the beginning and stuff, you might just die to big button Sioux at some point, you know? So it's just not easy. It's never easy to play versus Sioux.
Yeah, exactly. And we do have 2 trading posts at home for Mitoe, the TPs, and then also the trading post built. Now dropping stable. So, and a couple more TPs here for Mitoe.
Yeah, and Hazza is responding to that with a tower in base, protecting his hunt and a barracks. So it's going quite greedy. It's already on 60 mana pop, dropping a few more, getting 700 wood. So pretty standard things. I reckon he's gonna make pikes, judging his macro.
Yeah, I was curious what age up Hazard was going to go for. If he was going to go for like the 500 food or the tower, because sometimes, you know, if you go for the 500 food, that means you can keep more villagers on wood and get like more manners up.
Yeah, and that's also good when you start longbow or pike.
Right, but perhaps it's just safer from early aggression to go for the tower. So
Yeah.
don't want to be too greedy, I suppose.
And with the tower, you also get a coin, which helps you to get steel traps.
Yeah. Has opening up with a batch of 5 pikes as his first military being trained here. Interesting. Could have went for the muskets, but pikes. I think I don't know. It's sometimes I struggle with, you know, do you open with pikes to defend raids or do you open with muskets?
He's making longbows too. I really like it. I think longbow pike should be the way to go. You know, to defend early on versus here.
Yeah, I do like Haz's build so far. He's like pretty high in the mana pop. He's at 110, and yeah, it looks like he's gonna be going for the longbow pike build, which I do think can be quite good, especially if you like some pretty good timings. Mitoe using his native scout here, very smart. So he is gonna see this, the native that he picked up. Axe Riders crossing the map right now that were trained.
Yeah. They're getting spotted by these good minor placements, and I mean, Hazza did a fantastic job at hurting everything under his TC.
Yeah, he really did. Wow, look at that. Look at that on that picture of that TC. So much hunt right underneath there.
Mm-hmm.
You're just looking at Hazza's town center. There's like so much hunt just around the town center. That hurting was great.
700 coin now, and I believe it's gonna be an HL.
Wow. So going up to 140 mana pop here, even dropping down some more. But I mean, Mitoe's aging up himself here, so Mitoe's about to click up. There he goes. And Mitoe going pretty eco heavy himself, I suppose. He did make, let's see, how many TPs are these? 7. He's got 7 TPs, the markets. I'm sure he's got hunting dogs. Yeah, he's got hunting dogs. Meanwhile, Hazza does have steel traps. And I believe that was a donation. Yep, from Free. $5 donation. Thank you very much. Appreciate it.
Yeah. Small thing to mention is Mitoe got a native scout over here, so he knows exactly what's going on.
Yeah.
He sees that Hazza got almost no units, so he probably knows that Brits is aging right now.
Yeah, he is getting so much worth out of this native, and right, that's just so good for Mitoe using that native, you know, to maximum ability. We got 3 bears and axe riders crossing the field here.
All pikes, he's got 3 on the back that he's gonna bring now, but gonna get a few swing and.
Right,
yeah,
they're getting there
bears
kind of
are
too
actually
late.
Really good at killing pikes. 32 attack, 264 HP.
Hazza could call Minmen here, and I think they were just called, but they're coming quite late. There's the Minmen, but after all the pikes are already dead, it is going to scare Mitoe back. Master Longbows out, Mitoe actually going back in, but probably going to want to retreat here. Oh, he does have more Axe Riders on the way, yeah. He's going to be able to stick around here.
Doing a lot of damage.
They are, the bears, and wow. Oh, Axe Riders are kind of getting distracted onto the villagers. I think they should just focus the longbows here. Oh, actually, retreating and then going back.
That might be a bit of flag, to be fair.
Yeah.
Gonna use the wheels to punch also.
Yeah, Bills
Defense by Hazza over here.
were tanking quite a bit there. X Riders. Oh, War Chief is back. Mito may be hanging around just in time just to get the War Chief back. He might have been paying attention to that timing. So that was kind of nice.
Such a good trade for Hazza. He's super heady Nico. He's edging at the same time as Sioux. Although Mito hedged slow, which makes sense in this situation. But Hazza's in the church card, so he might go Highlanders. Or, yeah, is that Highlanders? That you get in each
yeah, wow.
Highlanders. And these guys are good anti-Sioux, anti-Cav.
Very interesting stuff coming from Hazza here. Yeah, I haven't used those Highlanders in a long time. Mito using his native, seeing what's up here. He sees the longbows. I don't know if they see the Highlander there.
Rifle Riders. So, yeah, not sure if he can take this fight. Yeah, not gonna commit yet.
Yeah, the eco is looking really good for the British.
Because I'd say Rifle Riders destroy mosques, but Highlanders should destroy Rifle Riders.
Yeah.
They have no range resist, so they die in like 3 shots from a Highlander or something. Second
barracks going down for Hazza here. 2 of a war hut just completed for Mito, and that is a 9 Wakina shipment in for Mito, 10 longbows being shipped for Hazza, and it looks like it's go time for Mito. Hazza sending a single longbowman forward to do some scouting. Mito is now aware of the Highlanders. That native, man, so much value. And look, I think Mito actually may be pulling back. I don't know. I don't know if that changes his mind. Seeing those Highlanders.
Probably, to be fair.
So much value from this native.
Yeah, vet musketeers too. So it's gonna be musketeers longbows composition, most likely for Hazza. Probably gonna need dragoons at some point, so he's adding a stable now.
Axe Riders being trained, being upgraded, and also cavalry combat in for Mito here.
Yeah.
I mean, there's not that much anti-cav for Hazza. Stable now going down for Hazza.
Yeah, and Mito's combo kinda counters that at the moment.
War Chief isn't, is at half health. It's actually, quite significant. If that War Chief with 1,300 health, if one maxed,
yeah,
it's actually huge, especially versus like British when if you have a lot of like longbowmen attacking them, they just tickle the the Explorer. Don't really do any damage there to that War Chief, or it takes just lots of allies really.
Hazza's making more longbows, Musk, and he's got dragoons in queue now.
The MVP of this game is this invisible native.
Yeah, just getting so many informations. What is Smiley doing? Making Wakinos, and more Rifle Riders and more Axe Riders.
I think Hazza's going to want to hit before the big button timing comes.
Yeah.
I think he's maybe paying attention to that clock, something I could definitely work on.
I guess it's gonna really depends on players' micro here, because I really feel might have got better composition, but I'm curious to see how much work these Highlanders can do.
3 dog soldiers being shipped, and it might be go time for Mito. Let's see, does he have his fire pit? No, I don't think it's built yet. You probably want to have the attack dance going when this fight begins. Doesn't have enough wood for it yet either. Perhaps delaying it. Perhaps Mito might be safe to just wait for the big one time. Yeah, I mean, he's
already got calf combat, and he's got 3 dogs.
2 falcons.
I think fighting now would be fine. But...
yeah, I don't know. British, eco is quite good, but that Sioux army, I mean, the death ball just becomes like invincible at some point. It seems. It can feel like.
Yeah, the units are just too good with wardens and stuff.
Right.
But has a good timing now. It's 30 minutes. He's gonna push with Falconets. Mito got more than 1k food in bank, so he might just go for the big button now and try to crush Falcon.
Yeah, and Hazza's kind of in the open. There are some trees around here, but the big thing is the Sioux army wants to fight in an open field. and this is pretty good. Like,
I think you can rig this fight with
yeah.
the button.
Right, with Big Bun coming in, I think Mitoe can be looking really good here. And here we go, going for the flank. He's going in, open field. Cavalry going to be able to get onto all the military. Very easy dog soldiers in. No attack dance, so no fire pit, unfortunately. But here we go. I think this is going to be, honestly, extremely one-sided here. Mitoe.
Riders not in the good location, but still doing a lot of work in the Wakinos and the Highlanders.
And this is the strength of Sioux. Look at this. Completely demolishing the British Army here. Jesus. Look at that. Like,
yeah, funny Sioux.
That, yes, that is why I think this is quite heavy Sioux favorite. Because of that right there. Like, that wasn't even close. They had, like, Hazza had more military population. Well, maybe when Dog Soldiers came, it might have been, like, even, or maybe might have been a little up, I don't know. But that was without even attack dance, and that was just such a one-sided fight. And it doesn't even matter. You have half the eco. Your army, you just have an army that, like, just seems like
it's gonna just snowballs from there.
Yeah, and look at all these villagers. These villagers are just exposed, and man, the Sioux army. Honestly, I think the Sioux army is perhaps the strongest army in the game. Like, yeah, I mean that's just GG. Comes down to one fight. Sioux just wrecks.
Interesting game. It just seems like Mitoe was behind all game and then just nuke a fight and win.
Exactly right. That's how it always seems with like the Sioux. Like, you know, you have half the eco of your opponent, but hey, let me just call Big Bun or just use my insane Sioux army and just completely wreck a fight. Yeah, like Hazza. I mean, like what could Hazza have done better in this game? I don't know if there's.
Did he really need it to push?
I mean, that native was huge for Mitoe getting all that information, but like, I mean, I feel like Hazza got away with like a huge boom, like super heavy eco boom.
Yeah.
And like an early H3. Honestly, I think it's just like on a TP map. I think this is just a pretty one-sided matchup. To be fair, I mean, both of these players playing out quite well. Mitoe playing really great, of course. Not trying to like discredit Mitoe's play, but I mean, I'm probably a bit biased, obviously, as I'm like a Brit player, primarily a British player. But yeah, I mean, that just seemed tough.
Yeah, I mean, people in the chat seems to be saying that Brits didn't need to push at home.
Yeah, I mean, well, maybe sit at home potentially, but like at the same time, the villagers had to move across the map to gather from resources. You know, he had to secure more hunts. And, you know, if he waited longer, the big button would have became even more powerful for Sioux. And the craziest thing, like Mitoe kind of made the mistake of not having a fire pit built and not having attack dance. Like, imagine if there were 25 villagers. I
think he made it.
Did he make?
He made it.
I do see
at the end, but I don't know if he used it.
Right, I'm pretty sure he didn't because I paid pretty close attention, and I think this fire pit was made after that fight. Because
I made it before for sure. I paid attention, but yeah, I didn't see if he used wardens.
I don't think he did, but perhaps he did. I'd have to look back and watch it. But yeah, obviously, you know, 25 villagers on the attack dance is huge.
This military population graph is just 20 more units for Brits and still completely.
And look, yeah, like I'm just not gonna play versus Sioux with Brits. Like again, I'm like this is a perfect example game. Like, look, British outgathers him by let's see how much. You got like 23,000 resources to 17,000. You outgather your opponent by 6,000 resources and you lose. What? Say look at military population, 112 to 92. He didn't lose the fight by a little bit. He lost the fight by an insane amount.
Yeah. A few things though. Sioux didn't have any anti-cav besides 10 rifle riders, and He had, of course, calf combat, while Hazza didn't have a single upgrade. No calf combat for his goons, no musketeer combat also, and just things that could help.
Yeah. Look at the, yeah, I want to look at the cards. Has ship and the church card, Highlanders. Perhaps costed him like an upgrade card there. But I mean, man.
Yeah, Sioux funny Sioux.
Yeah. Feels painful. I mean, this is seeing two of the best players in the world. Top 10 players, top 8 players, and I don't know. I mean, games seem in a way like really one-sided. Like Hazza, I think, played this like really good, but like it wasn't even close really. The fight was just extremely one-sided. Like,
yeah. Just annoys me that some people, I won't mention the name, but they just deny that Sioux is just broken, with some stuff, and then just tells you, yeah, you lost because you suck, but nah, you won because you lamed. That's the thing.
I'm sorry, I'm reading the chat here. Man.
So what's going on? Yeah, a bit of explanations on Mitoe and Hazza.
Yeah, that's a wild one. That is a wild one.
Camping base with wolves and prayed at the big button paths terribly.
Yeah, that is one option, but well, honestly, on this map, like, I mean, it's very difficult to wall, and also you have to move out on the map to get the hunts. So like, that's not even really an option. You can't build mills. That's just like suicide. You have to push out to get the hunts, and yeah. I mean, I think this is a pretty good example of how I've always felt about this matchup. Like, you can out-eco and like out-gather your opponent by so much, like, boom like crazy.
Yeah. One mistake, you just die.
Yeah, but I don't know if I would even call it a mistake though. I mean, he had more military. He had the more military population, and I don't know if I would call that a mistake by Hazza.
Yeah. I think he wanted to push before the big button, which is, nice, but you can also call the big button 2 minutes earlier, you just get one less dog.
Right.
Still decent.
Yeah. I mean, right, he made the push before, right, the big button got to the maximum ability, but yeah, I don't know, man. I'll stop ranting. But yeah, anyways, give a little bit of outro here. That's it for the grand finals, everybody. We do actually still have the bronze match. I wanted to have the bronze match played before the finals, but players, the schedules just didn't line up to make that work. Everybody's got a life and life outside of AoE 3, so can't always have everything lined up perfectly. But anyways, so we do still have the bronze match. It's Soldier versus Kaiser Klein, and I think, we're going to try to get it played during the week. Hopefully sometime during the week, maybe tomorrow or Tuesday, Wednesday. Hopefully we can still get that played. And I mean, other than that, tournament's been a lot of fun. Appreciate all the support from you guys. Glad you guys really got behind it and signed up, and it's been a ton of fun casting it, and I think everybody's been enjoying it a lot.
Yeah, so when it's going to be the Anxiety subscriber tournament number 2,
Well, when this is number 2. This was number 2.
Oh, this is number 2. So when it's going to be the number 3?
number 3. That's a good question. We're gonna take November off. Definitely take the month of November off, because we're already into November 10th, and like I said earlier,
Christmas time is quite difficult to get
players. Yeah, it can be true. Yeah, like I said, the earliest would be like a December sub tournament. But yeah, I mean, last time I took like a few months off. Like I said, it can be quite a bit of work organizing them, and
obviously, especially alone.
Right. Yeah, while working and all that stuff. So yeah, it can be like a little bit of a headache, but at the same time, it is very enjoyable. So I don't know. We'll see. I'll keep everybody up to date though.
All right.
All right.